job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these.
You're watching A World This Morning, and news now about the Russian military, which has announced that it is withdrawing from the western bank of the Dnieper River in Ukraine's southern Kherson region, annexed by Moscow in September, in latest developments in its military exercise in the Ukraine. Here's more. Take a look.
Russia's military has announced that it is withdrawing from the western bank of the Dnieper River in Ukraine's southern Kherson region. This area was annexed by Moscow in September. According to top Russian military commander in Ukraine, General Sergei Surovikin, it was impossible to deliver supplies to the city of Kherson and other areas on the western bank.
Херсон и прилегающие населенные пункты не могут полноценно снабжаться и функционировать. Жизни людей из-за обстрелов постоянно подвергаются опасности. Противник ведет неизбирательную стрельбу по городу, возможно применение запрещенных методов ведения боевых действий. Администрация области принято решение эвакуировать население с правобережной части Днепра, Крым и другие регионы.
Proposing the withdrawal to Shoigu, Surovikin described it as very difficult.
Товарищ министр обороны, всесторонне оценив сложившуюся ситуацию, предлагается занять оборону по левому берегу реки Днепр. Понимаю, что это очень непростое решение. В то же время мы сохраним самое главное – жизни наших военнослужащих.
Sergei Shoigu, Russian defense minister, agreed with the commander Surovikin's assessment.
И в целом боеспособность группировки войск, держать которую на правом берегу в ограниченном районе, бесперспективно. Кроме того, высвободится часть сил и средств, которая будет задействована для активных действий, в том числе наступательного порядка, на других направлениях в зоне проведения операции.
The withdrawal from the city of Kherson is a major setback for Russia. It is the only regional capital Russian forces had seized during the 8-month war. Agency report for Republic TV.
News from the United States, where midterm elections have created a storm. US President Joe Biden celebrated his party's wins in Tuesday's midterm polls, hailing them as a good day for democracy and for America. Here's more.
In his first public address since Election Day, US President Joe Biden said Tuesday's vote marked a good day for democracy in the United States and that he was prepared to work with his Republican colleagues in the Congress while the final results of the midterms play out. He said that he would not change anything in any fundamental way as people are not displeased with his policies.
Generally, the midterm election is a referendum on the President of the United States. Joe Biden is actually polling around 42% right now, which means if it was a referendum on him, we would have seen that red wave. We saw Democrats really outperform Joe Biden. So this really wasn't necessarily about Joe Biden. This was a choice election. And Joe Biden really tried to make this a choice between Trump's vision of America and Joe Biden's vision of America and the different types of leadership. And really key to that choice was the idea of abortion under Republican-dominated legislature and Democratic-nominated legislatures.
The control of the Congress will be a key factor in determining the future of Biden's agenda and serve as a referendum on his administration as the nation reels from record-high inflation and concerns over the direction of the country.
Какая нам разница, да, штат? Ну, по сути, у нас, ну что, они санкции наложили, а спустить-то они их быстро не спустят, поэтому пока никак это не отразится. В ближайшее будущее может быть.
Meanwhile, in Russia, both experts and ordinary citizens feel that the outcome of the US midterm elections will hardly change anything in relations with Russia or the US policy in Ukraine.
Те республиканцы, которые представлены в Сенате, они придерживаются традиционной вот той глобалистской американской внешнеполитической парадигмы, в соответствии с которой Соединенные Штаты должны бороться за сохранение своего глобального.
Agency report for Republic TV.
And in Pakistan, Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, the PTI party, is all set to resume its stalled long march from Wazirabad area of Punjab province today. And it was here just a few days ago that an assassination attempt was made on the former Prime Minister just last week. Here are the latest updates on that story. Take a look.
After surviving an assassination attempt, Imran Khan is all set to resume his stalled long march from Wazirabad area of Punjab province. It was from this very place that the former Pakistan Prime Minister was shot in the right leg when two gunmen fired a volley of bullets at him and others standing on a container-mounted truck where he was leading the march last week. The march was suspended following the attack on Imran Khan, who underwent surgery for bullet injuries at the Shaukat Khanum Hospital owned by his charitable organization. Imran Khan is expected to join the long march in Rawalpindi when it reaches there in 10 to 14 days. Today afternoon, PTI Vice Chairman and former Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi will lead the march from Wazirabad. According to the party, the long march will resume with prayers for those killed and injured in the shooting, while a large number of citizens will reach Islamabad to push the coalition government of 13 parties led by PMLN to announce the date for early elections.
उधर से ही हमारी मार्च शुरू होगी। मैं हर रोज मार्च से खिताब करूंगा यहां से, और हमारी मार्च अगले 10 से 14 दिन तक इसके बीच में स्पीड के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, ये पहुंचेगी पिंडी। सारे पाकिस्तान से वो लोग उसी टाइम पे निकलेंगे कि एक टाइम पे जब भी हम प्लान करेंगे 10 और 14 दिन के बीच में पिंडी पहुंचना। मैं पिंडी खुद होऊंगा और उधर से सारे पाकिस्तान की जो लोग जमा होंगे उस मार्च को फिर मैं लीड करूंगा।
Well, the Punjab police registered an FIR over the failed assassination attempt on Imran Khan's life on Tuesday, a day after the Pakistan Supreme Court ordered the provincial police chief to register the case within 24 hours or face suo motu action. Imran Khan has expressed displeasure over the registration of the FIR as it did not have names of the suspects he had named.
So these three guys, we want their resignation because there can be no investigation if the Prime Minister, the Interior Minister and this ISI guy, Faisal, Major General Faisal, if these three are involved, there can be no independent investigation.
Agency report for Republic TV.
Time now for a short break. And in fact, that's all we have for you in this edition of World This Morning. Coming up in the Morning Express, all the updates on the Himachal poll, where campaigning is at a fever pitch with the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party holding mega rallies across the state. Today, the last day of campaigning. Also, ED issues fresh summons to Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren in the illegal mining case.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates: IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but further investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site, and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Hema Deshmukh, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra Awad, and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but further investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site, and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Himachal poll campaigning reaches fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party hold mega rallies across the state on the last day of campaigning. As Himachal Pradesh enters the final campaign day, largest Republic crew on ground for non-stop coverage. Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah attend the BJP CEC meeting to finalize candidates for the Gujarat polls. The ED issues fresh summons to Jharkhand's Chief Minister Hemant Soren in the illegal mining case. Jammu police bust a terror module of the Jaish-e-Mohammed and arrest 3 terrorists from the Narwal area of Jammu. Good morning and welcome. You are watching the Morning Express on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. We begin with news that we are just getting from Tamil Nadu. The NIA, we are told, is conducting raids in 45 places across the state of Tamil Nadu. This is in relation to the Coimbatore car blast case. Now, 5 places in Chennai are being searched even as we speak. What we are learning is that the National Investigation Agency, which took over this particular case of the Coimbatore car blast, is now conducting raids at 45 locations. Now, do remember that the NIA has been investigating the angle of this being a larger terror plot, a larger terror conspiracy. Varshini is live with us. She joins me from Chennai now. Varshini, good morning. Varshini, give us more details about these places that are being raided. We are given to understand that about 5 of them are in Chennai, and also give us more details in terms of Varshini, how far the investigation of the NIA has really reached.
We know how NIA works, and as far as the investigation is concerned, it is a very discreet and a very secretive investigation that is ongoing. Even if you take and see about this raids, almost 5 places are being searched in Chennai where different people who are linked to this case are being searched, and at the same time 20 places are being raided in Coimbatore, and in Coimbatore as well we see that people who are linked to this Coimbatore blast case, the 6 accused, their acquaintances, their friends, whoever they've come across in the recent times after the timeline has been found out by NIA are being searched. We also hear that the residences and the houses of people who are also linked to any kind of a banned organization are also being searched. We know recently also PFI was banned in Tamil Nadu. In Coimbatore, at least we saw how it was a very important decision that was taken, and people who are related to these kind of banned organization, their houses, their residences are also being searched. Therefore, this NIA raids is a massive raids that's happening in almost 45 places across Tamil Nadu. As of now, we are able to gather details about where exactly this is happening in Chennai and Coimbatore. And this raid is, we also hear in Chennai, there has been one arrest so far that has been made. One person called Muhammad Nijamuddin has been arrested from a house in Chennai in Pudupeta area, and we hear that Nijamuddin has been linked to the buying and the selling of the car, but we're not able to make sure and say for sure that this was the car that Jamesha Mubin went in and the blast happened. But there has been a buying and selling of cars that Muhammad Nijamuddin, who has been involved in, and NIA has arrested him from Chennai early in the morning. And already there are 6 accused who are serving judicial custody as far as we know. And now this one could be the 7th accused in this case as well. But official confirmation is awaited on this matter. But as of now, we know that this one arrest has been made for sure, and 25 places across Tamil Nadu, particularly Chennai and Coimbatore, these raids are happening. NIA officials from Kochi and Chennai, not just the Chennai officials, but also Kochi officials are also have also come down to Tamil Nadu, and the searches are currently ongoing in almost 25, what we are hearing.
All right, Varshini, thank you very much for joining us with those details. So Varshini, of course, bringing us the details of the fact that raids are on currently, even as we speak, in various locations. Now, Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar has written the 5th letter to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi seeking transfer for him and his wife to another jail out of Delhi, alleging constant threats and pressure to withdraw his complaint against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders. Sukesh Chandrashekhar has further alleged that he's being assaulted by CRPF personnel inside the jail. So this is another letter that is coming in from Sukesh Chandrashekhar. Do remember, in the previous 4 letters also, he's spoken about the threats that he allegedly says he's received from leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party, particularly naming Satyendra Jain in a couple of his letters, also naming the DG Prisons, who's of course now been transferred out of that role. But Sukesh Chandrashekhar has in all these letters maintained the fact that he believes that the Aam Aadmi Party is behind the threats that have been coming to him. Now, do remember that there are a list of accusations essentially that Sukesh Chandrashekhar has made against the AAP leadership. To begin with, he says that the Aam Aadmi Party took about 50 crores from him in terms of election funding. He was asked to fund elections in Goa as well as Punjab. He then goes on to say that he was asked to pay about 10 crore rupees in various installments to Satyendra Jain when he was the prisons minister. He still, of course, is the prisons minister of Delhi. He himself, of course, is in a prison right now. That's a separate story. But Then he goes on to, in his various letters, say that he was also asked to make certain payments to the DG prisons, who of course now has been transferred out of that role after there was a tremendous pressure that came to bear on the Delhi government. Now, this latest letter, he says that because of the threats that he faces, he wants to be transferred out of any jail in Delhi. Do remember that even as all of this comes and the ED and the CBI are variously investigating this case, there's been one thing that's very clear, that Sukesh Chandrashekhar was able to run this racket from inside Tihar jail, this extortion racket that he was running for quite some time. Now, whether this is linked to the fact that, as he says, he was paying bribes for a comfortable stay in prison will be a matter of investigation. But there are too many dots right now which are beginning to connect. Now, just to tell our viewers of the latest, Sukesh Chandrashekhar has written another letter. This is the 5th letter that he's written to the Delhi Lieutenant Governor. In this particular letter, he clearly says that he feels that his life is under threat and has asked for a transfer of for himself, I beg your pardon, and his wife to any other jail, specifically out of Delhi. He also alleges that there have been constant threats and pressure that have been borne on him to withdraw the complaint against Aam Aadmi Party leaders. He's also gone on to say that this is a serious allegation that he's laying. He says that the CRPF personnel inside the jail have assaulted him. Now, we don't know how the government is going to react to this, whether they're going to order an inquiry or not yet. But let's quickly go across to Abhishek, who's reporting from our Mumbai news desk. Now, Abhishek, give us more details of this particular letter. Now, one of the things that he's clearly asked for in this one is a transfer out of the jails in Delhi specifically.
Yes, so the letter saga by Sukesh Chandrashekhar continues. In the latest letter that Sukesh Chandrashekar's lawyer has addressed to the LG, the subject of the letter mentions that request on behalf of Sukesh Chandrashekhar to transfer him and his wife to any other jail out of Delhi. Remember, in an earlier letter, Sukesh Chandrashekhar had alleged that there is threat to his life in the jail in Delhi, and now we have this letter where he is requesting to be moved. He is requesting that himself and his wife to be moved out of a jail in Delhi. I will read the contents of the letter here. The important part here is that the lawyer of Sukesh Chandrashekhar says that my client has received constant threats and pressure to withdraw complaints filed before your good office against Aam Aadmi Party. And again, the letter again goes on to mention Satyendra Jain, Arvind Kejriwal and Kailash Gehlot. Remember, these are 3 names which he has repeatedly named in all the letters that he has addressed to the LG. Also, going ahead, the letter says that also to retract from disclosure statements given to the EOW and ED during the investigation of the above said case. And the lawyer of Sukesh Chandrashekhar mentions that his wife is also being threatened, that Sukesh Chandrashekar's wife is also being threatened and abused by the senior jail officials in related to above said matter to convince the husband to withdraw the Complaints Act. He says that pressure is being put on Sukesh Chandrashekhar and his wife to withdraw the Complaint Acts. Now, this is a new angle in this letter, that Sukesh Chandrashekar's wife is also receiving threats. Then the letter goes on to say that on behalf of a client, we humbly request you to consider his compelling circumstances and transfer him and his wife from Delhi jail to any other jail across the country away from control of DG Delhi to ensure safety of their life and limbs in view of above said complaints. So the latest letter clearly mentions that there is threat to Sukesh Chandrashekar's life as well as his wife, and Sukesh Chandrashekhar has categorically demanded that he be moved out from a jail out of Delhi, anywhere in the country.
Oh yes, absolutely. And Abhishek, the comments that he has made against the Aam Aadmi Party so far seem to suggest that at least as per his allegations, he was constantly paying them money. A fact that the Aam Aadmi Party has denied completely, saying that this is him acting under the pressure of other political parties. So can you detail for us the responses that we've got from the Aam Aadmi Party so far to this?
Yes, Nupur, so see, all the letters that he has mentioned, there have been some constant allegations that Sukesh Chandrashekhar has put. He has always mentioned 2 things. He has mentioned that he was asked to pay, or that he had paid rupees 50 crores to the Aam Aadmi Party, and he has directly mentioned Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia as well as Kailash Kailash Gehlot in all his letters. Also, he had claimed in the letters that he was offered Rajya Sabha seat and that he was also told to arrange for certain businessmen down in the south so that the Aam Aadmi Party can expand itself in the southern states. Now, Aam Aadmi Party has always denied all these claims, but Sukesh Chandrashekhar has been very persistent with all his claims regarding the rupees 50 crore paid, regarding the Rajya Sabha seat offered to him, as well as Aam Aadmi Party asking him to arrange for businessmen so that the Aam Aadmi Party can expand itself in the southern parties, so southern states. So all these allegations have been constant, and now we have this allegation where he is directly alleging threat to his life as well as to his wife's life, and is asking to be moved out from the jail in Delhi to any other jail in the country.
All right, Abhishek, to stay with us. Piyush Mishra also joining us from New Delhi. Piyush, good morning. It's another day, it's another letter that we've got from Sukesh Chandrashekhar. In this particular one, he's very categorical, says that he fears for his life, and that, you know, the CBI must investigate this thoroughly, and also asking for a transfer out of the jails in Delhi. So, Piyush, how do you think, the response to this one's going to be?
Nupur, if you talk about the response, we can certainly expect Aam Aadmi Party to once again come out and do a press conference where they can again slam Sukesh Chandrashekhar as well as BJP, where Aam Aadmi Party is expected to call him BJP's campaigner. Couple of days back, when the first letter was written by Sukesh Chandrashekhar, at the time itself the Aam Aadmi Party had rejected the allegations and said that Conman is now becoming the campaigner of BJP, and very soon he is going to be inducted in the saffron outfit. But BJP is asking some tough questions from Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. BJP continues to ask why this letter was written. BJP continues to ask, is Satyendra Jain actually threatening Sukesh Chandrashekhar? BJP is also asking, did Arvind Kejriwal accept 50 crore rupees bribe from Sukesh Chandrashekhar or money accepted by Aam Aadmi Party to promote him as the South India's Aam Aadmi Party's leader? So there are certain questions on which BJP has been focusing on. Today, once again, Sukesh is writing a letter demanding that he should be transferred out of Delhi jail. You would also remember, Nupur, that a couple of days back, BJP's national spokesperson and cabinet minister Meenakshi Lekhi had also done a press conference where she had demanded that Satyendra Jain should now be shifted out of Tihar jail and he should be sent to some other jail of UP or Haryana, because using his influence in the government, he is somewhere threatening Sukesh Chandrashekhar. A day before yesterday, in fact, BJP had also done a had also protested outside the Aam Aadmi Party office, demanding that Arvind Kejriwal and other leaders of Aam Aadmi Party, whose names have been mentioned in the letter by Sukesh Chandrashekhar, should now face lie detector test. So war of words continue to take place. Sukesh Chandrashekhar has now dropped another letter, and that's in this particular letter he is now demanding that he should be transferred out of the jail. In fact, he is also blaming the security agencies there. So now the onus lies not only on the Aam Aadmi Party government but also on the central government, because he is directly blaming the CISF officers who are there on the duty. So proper investigation needs to be done. Also on the allegations those are being made by Sukesh Chandrashekhar, and also the kind of big important points he is raising, that also needs to be addressed.
Absolutely, Piyush. As you pointed out, the allegations against the CRPF are something that will have to be investigated, because these are grave allegations that essentially talk of fear as well as torture inside the prisons. Thank you very much for joining us for the moment, Piyush. Piyush Mishra bringing us those details from the national capital. Now, the Jammu and Kashmir police arrested 3 suspected operatives of the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist group in Jammu. The police have also recovered a huge cache of arms and ammunition, including 3 AK assault rifles, 1 pistol and 6 grenades from an oil tanker in the Narwal area.
Massive success for Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir police busted operated Jaish module. Not just that, it has also arrested 3 suspected operatives of Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist group.
In a big success, the Jammu police has busted a module of Jaish-e-Mohammed that was being operated from across the border by a top commander of Jaish-e-Mohammed, Shahbaz, who was sitting in Pakistan, was operating this module, and 3 arrests have been made by the Jammu police. Those who have been arrested have been identified as Muhammad Yasin, other one as Farhan Farooq, and the third person as Farooq Ahmed. They are from the Pampore area and they have come to pick the consignment and it was to be handed over to the terrorist of Jaish-e-Mohammed in the Kashmir Valley. This operation was launched after the regular inputs that were coming, and in charge police post Narwal, Lalit Sharma was heading the team that intercepted this truck in which they were coming in, and upon their subsequent interrogation they revealed that what was the plan of these terror groups. 3 AK-56 rifles, these are the 3 AK-56 rifles that have been recovered, along with the 7 magazines of the AK-56 and 2 magazines of the pistol, along with the pistol that has been recovered. And this is the pistol that has now been recovered. Norinco, the Chinese pistol, has been recovered. These are the 191 rounds of the ammunition recovered and the 6 grenades. So this was part of the entire module that was working on the behest of a Pakistani terror commander, and the main aim was to push these weapons into the Kashmir Valley so as to carry out a major terror strike. 3 arrests have been made, 2 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists and 1 of their helper. This is a big success for the Jammu police as the terror groups are continuously trying to disrupt the peace here. This way has been continuously used by Jaish-e-Mohammed for supply of arms and ammunition to the Kashmir Valley, but a big success for the Jammu police as they have busted this major terror module. With Gaurav Sahni, Gursimran Singh for Republic Media Network.
And news just coming in, the AIMIM appears to be divided over celebrations for Tipu Jayanti. What we are getting to know is that the district president of the AIMIM, Nasir Ahmed, has said that the Eidgah is a sacred ground and Tipu Jayanti should not be celebrated there. However, a local AIMIM leader, Vijay Guntral, has said that they will go ahead and celebrate Tipu Jayanti at the Eidgah. Now, this confusion, of course, has left everybody else, including the pro-Hindu groups, the ruling and the opposition parties, confounded.
ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಜಯಂತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕನಕ ಜಯಂತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಒನಕೆ ಓಬವ್ವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನು ಮಹಾನ್ ಪುರುಷರ ಒಂದು ಜಯಂತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಮನವಿ ಪತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ನನಗಾಗಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಆಯುಕ್ತರಾಗಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಮನವಿ ಪತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಶೋಧಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುವ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಯಂತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರತು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಣೆಯಾಗುವಂಥ ಷರತ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳಪಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಆ ಷರತ್ತುಗಳಿಗೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದಂಥ ಈ ತಾತ್ಕಾಲಿಕವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹಣ ಸಂಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಮಹಾನಗರ ಪಾಲಿಕೆ ಬರಾಯಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಜಯಂತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಆಚರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಜಯಂತಿ ಏನು ಈದ್ಗಾ ಮೈದಾನದಾಗ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಜಯಂತಿ ಈದ್ಗಾ ಮೈದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಪಕ್ಷ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ವಿರೋಧ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಆ ಸ್ಥಳ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಸ್ಥಳ. ಅದರ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ದಾಗೂ ಇದು ಅದಾವೆ, ಧ್ವಜಾವರಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಆನಂತರ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನಮಾಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ನಾಳೆ ದಿವಸ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 11 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಹಜರತ್ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ಸುಲ್ತಾನ್ ಅವರ ಜಯಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಈದ್ಗಾ ಮೈದಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ವಿಜೃಂಭಣೆಯಿಂದ ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಸರ್. ಸರ್, ಈ ಹಿಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನವನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೆಟರ್ ಹೆಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾರೋ ವಿಜಯರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೆಟರ್ ಹೆಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನನ್ನ ಲೆಟರ್ ಹೆಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಅಮಾಯಕರು, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಒತ್ತಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಲಿಯಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ನಿಲುವನ್ನು ಬದಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
reporting on this. He has more details. Prajwal, good morning. Prajwal, is there just some confusion that is there within the AIMIM over whether they should go and celebrate it at the designated venue, or is there confusion in terms of, whether to celebrate it at all or not, and how to go about it?
Nupur, mainly all the confusion started because this entire permission was given last night, because the AIMIM and other Muslim organizations had in fact approached the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation and had stated that they needed permission, but the mayor along with the commissioner gave permission last night, and after that mainly the AIMIM has a problem here because they have been clearly divided into two factions. The first faction, which is being led by the AIMIM district president of Hubli Dharwad, Nazir Ahmad, has said that Eidgah is a sacred ground. They do not want to pollute it, and Tipu Jayanti shouldn't be celebrated here, and this particular ground is only meant for flag hoisting and holding namaz. Meanwhile, the local AIMIM leader Vijay Guntral is saying that he will go ahead and celebrate Tipu Jayanti, and from what we understand, he's gone on to give a call to all the AIMIM kadas here in Hubli and stated that the AIMIM will go on and celebrate the function, but the main AIMIM president, who is the designated authority for the party in Hubli Dharwad district, says if Tipu Jayanti is celebrated by the party or any of its cadres there, then all of them will be removed from the party, period. So this is an infighting between the AIMIM in the district of Hubli and Dharwad.
All right, so you see this largely as a battle for one-upmanship between local leaders that has led to this sort of confusion, this fiasco, really. Is that what it is then?
Absolutely, this is exactly the fiasco, because the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation has not only given permission for Tipu Jayanti. In the letter that they have issued, they have stated that not only Tipu Jayanti, but permission has been given to Kanakadasa Jayanti, Obhava Jayanti, as well as any other Jayantis and festivals which can be celebrated at only on one part of the Eidgah ground. Mind you, this is not the main part of the Eidgah ground, but the other half of the Eidgah ground where the wall is not present. So the directions has come in clear, and they will have to seek necessary permissions from the authorities, mainly from the authorities who go on and provide electricity here, the KPTCL, and also police permission is needed. If the police do not give permission, then they cannot go ahead with this entire program here. And as you were pointing out, this is definitely a battle between the local leaders of the AIMIM here. But one more thing that they will have to contend with is the fact that many pro-Hindu organizations have stated that they will go on and protest here. And the timings taken for Tipu Jayanti celebrations in Hubli Dharwad at the Maidan is between 12 to 1 now. So if they exceed the timings, will they be given permission or not? That is something which has to be seen.
So essentially what I understand of what you're telling us is that this is the first time that this very controversial ground essentially will be the venue for multiple events, and that these events take place in quick succession. So it's going to be, blocks of times that are allotted to all these organizers. Is that what we were to understand of this?
Look, what happened was initially the first event which started off at the Hubli Eidgah ground was the Ganesha Jayanti, where permission was given for many organizations to conduct Ganesha Jayanti for 3 days. So it was held for 3 consecutive days at the Hubli Eidgah ground. After which, when all the organizations approached the Palike together saying that only one religion should not be allowed, but all the other religions should be allowed as well, with the consensus of all the organizations from all the religions, they approached the Mahanagara Palike with letters from the respective organizations stating that permission will have to be given. The Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation finally took a decision that
Prajwal, just hold your thoughts. I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. I think we've got Mr. Reddy from the BJP on the phone line with us. Mr. Reddy, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Reddy, how do you see what's happening? Do you see this as a turf war between local leadership in the AIMIM, or do you see this perhaps in another manner? Tell us.
In Karnataka, AIMIM is not a big party, but they are like a trouble maker in Karnataka. With Hindu and Muslim, so many times they have given speeches against Hindu, and now they want to celebrate Tipu Jayanti and to create some problem in Karnataka. So we condemn the AAP, whatever they are doing, the Tipu Jayanti. Tipu has ruled in Srirangapatna. So many Hindus in Kodagu has been killed, and so many temples are ruined by him. So we strongly condemn the Tipu Sultan.
Now, are you going to be protesting if the AIMIM were to go forward and hold their celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan?
Yeah, we are pressuring not to give any permission from the local municipality, and we are pressuring the Chief Minister of Karnataka not to give any permission to celebrate Tipu Jayanti, because several times when the AIMM has been done the programs, they have created problems only. So we do not want any problem. We are peaceful people from Karnataka, so we don't want any like Hindu-Muslim riots problem. So we will request the CM also not to give the permission.
All right, Mr. Satish Reddy from the BJP in Karnataka, thank you very much for joining us. So that's the latest that we are hearing, that Hindu groups as well as other political parties are likely to protest if the AIMIM were to go ahead with its celebrations for Tipu Jayanti. Prajwal, who was joining us, thank you as well for bringing us those details. You are watching Republic TV, and through the day today we bring you the latest on the Himachal campaigning as it reaches a fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party hold mega rallies in the state. As Himachal Pradesh enters its final campaign day, the largest Republic crew on ground for non-stop coverage.
Have you checked your sugar levels?
Afraid of diabetes and its complications?
होप खत्म हो गई थी. मुझे लगता था यार ये क्या लाइफ है?
Is diabetes a serious epidemic?
200 million people are at risk of developing diabetes.
So one should always think that what really works for them.
Technology is the only way we can solve this problem for India.
Beto is a one-stop solution for anything diabetes.
Watch India Beats Diabetes with Beto, a World Diabetes Day special this Saturday and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Republic TV.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site, and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Aimim, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in
A recap of the top headlines at 8:30 this morning. Himachal poll campaigning reaches a fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party will be holding mega rallies across the state on the last day of campaigning. As Himachal Pradesh enters into the final campaign day, largest Republic crew on ground for non-stop coverage. Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah attend the BJP CEC meeting to finalise candidates for the Gujarat elections. The Enforcement Directorate issues fresh summons to Jharkhand's Chief Minister Hemant Soren in the illegal mining case. Jammu police bust terror module of the Jaish-e-Mohammed and arrest 3 terrorists from the Narwal area of Jammu. News just coming in, the main accused in the Bargari sacrilege case, Pradeep Singh, has been shot dead by 2 bike-prone gunmen in Kotakpura area of Faridkot, Punjab. The gunmen were with Pradeep Singh were also injured in this particular case. So we are given to understand that one of the accused in the Bargari sacrilege case, Pradeep Singh, has been shot dead by 2 bike-borne gunmen at Kotakpura in Faridkot. We are also learning that he was, of course, provided security earlier. So the gunmen with Pradeep Singh have also been injured. He's been named in an FIR in this particular case, and we are given to understand that he was also a follower of the Dera Sacha Sauda. We are going to try and go across for more details to our correspondents on this, but here's what we know so far. All right, news just coming in. We are now learning that the Enforcement Directorate has made 2 arrests in the Liquorgate case. Sharath Reddy has been arrested and Binoy Babu has also been arrested. This is news that's just coming in. Do remember that the Enforcement Directorate, along with the CBI, has been conducting an investigation into Liquorgate. So finally, 2 arrests being made. Shavan San on the phone line. Shavan, give us more details, please.
Well, in fact, the details that we can confirm right now is the fact that 2 big arrests have been made by the Enforcement Directorate in the liquor case. We can now confirm that Binoy Babu of Pernod Ricard, the company, has been arrested. Along with him, we are also being told that businessman Sharath Reddy has also been arrested by the Enforcement. Now, Nivedana, at this point in time, preliminary information only coming in with regards to both of them. In fact, Sharath Reddy has been examined by the Enforcement Directorate in the past, is what we have been told, at least multiple times. He has already been questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. Pernod Ricard, remember, is also a company that has benefited from the liquor policy itself and the fact that licenses were basically granted. And they are part of the manufacturing unit, which is also come under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. Binoy Babu happens to be one who's represented Pernod Ricard for a long time. We, at this point in time, do not have any confirmation that whether at all Binoy Babu was still associated with Pernod Ricard is something that we'll have to wait for an official confirmation to come in. But what we can tell our viewers is that Binoy Babu was associated with Pernod Ricard for quite some time, and he's also been called in for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate. At this stage, we can confirm that both of them who's been placed under arrest would be produced before the Rouse Avenue Court sometime later in the day. Remember, as far as the liquor scam is concerned, this is the third big. This is total of 3 arrests have been made by the Enforcement Directorate, including the 2 arrests that have been made earlier in the day.
Right, Shravan Sen, of course, bringing us those details. Do remember that there are 2 simultaneous investigations that are on. One, of course, the ED is looking at largely the money trail, and there is, of course, the one that the CBI is conducting. Now, Shravan, the ED, of course, has had conducted raids at about 4 places, I think, last week as well. And we are given to understand that they've been trying to join the dots, and these arrests perhaps are taking place after they have been able to essentially look at the money trail.
Well, in fact, as far as the money trail is concerned, remember, they are essentially looking at how these particular companies have actually benefited from this liquor policy. Now, what's important to point out here is that, yes, from the time the ECIR was registered by the Enforcement Directorate, searches have been carried out from multiple locations, even almost 50 cases by the Enforcement Directorate. If you're looking at the cumulative number of places where these searches have been carried out. But just to put this into perspective, what is it that the Enforcement Directorate is looking at? It is certainly different than the probe that is being carried out by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The CBI essentially, is looking at the policy in itself and who exactly was responsible for drafting the policy. Because remember, in the case of the Central Bureau of Investigation, they are looking at alleged close associates of Manish Sisodia who were responsible or who have played a key role in drafting the liquor policy. But as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, we are being told that the Enforcement Directorate is primarily looking at companies which have benefited from the liquor case, and the fact that whether at all there has been a quid pro quo or not is something that the Enforcement Directorate is looking at right now.
All right. Now, Shravan, what we understand is that the CBI in its FIR had said that the AAP's communication in charge, Vijay Nair, of course, was in touch with someone who, someone by the name of Manoj Rai, who was an ex-employee of Pernod Ricard, also, in touch with the Indospirits MD Sameer Mahendru. And the CBI believes that these people were actively involved in irregularities in framing and implementation of the excise policy. So in a sense, what we see right now is follow-up action, but one that's being conducted by the Enforcement Directorate, which essentially looks at financial crimes. All right. I don't think we've got Shravan. We had a very poor audio connection with him, but I'm going to go across on the ground to Piyush Mishra also. He has more details. So Piyush, confirmations now coming in that there have been 2 arrests that have been made by the ED. One, of course, is Sarath Reddy, who has been arrested. The other is Binoy Babu, who is from the liquor company of Pernod Ricard. Give us more details. Are they going to be produced before court very shortly now?
Well, certainly, and 2 more arrests have been made by Enforcement Directorate in the liquor policy case, and it's a very big development taking place. Remember, in the past, the agencies, be it about CBI or ED, they have made multiple arrests. And what we are now learning from our sources is that the primary focus of agencies is to first establish about the people who were basically involved in not only the implementation but also in drafting the policy. Remember that ED had conducted raids there at Sameer Mahendru's residence in Jorbag area of Delhi. Before that, ED had conducted raids at multiple locations across the country. More than 40 locations were raided. What we are learning is that 2 more arrests have been made. We can also recall how Dinesh Arora, close aide of Manish Sisodia, while presenting in front of very much ready to turn the prover, and he's ready to disclose all the details in this case, and that is going to happen on November 14 at 10:30 a.m. So multiple things are now coming out. BJP has been attacking Aam Aadmi Party over this, though Arvind Kejriwal, Aam Aadmi Party and top leaders of the Delhi government party, they have been claiming that Manish Sisodia has been given clean sheet by CBI. But CBI and other agencies have been mentioning that the investigation is still on and no clean sheet has been given to anyone. Now, if you talk about Sameer Mahindra, remember that he is the one who was involved in not only implementing but also in drafting the entire liquor policy. Delhi LG had got a lot of complaint before that, and after getting recommendations from Delhi LG, CBI started investigating into this entire case. 15 accused were made into this into the affair which was filed by CBI. Manish Sisodia was accused number 1. Since then, we have seen massive war of words going on in national capital. Today at 9 a.m., Delhi BJP is also going to do a press conference, and most likely that could be focusing on another allegation against Aam Aadmi Party. But yes, these 2 arrests somewhere suggest as to how the focus of agencies is to look for the main accused and also divulge more and more details and look for more and more details so that things can come out clear. What you are also given to understand is that the statement that would be recorded by Dinesh Arora is also going to be very, very important, which will take place on the 14th of November at 10:30 a.m. These 2 arrests somewhere suggest as to how there is a lot which needs to be unearthed if you talk about the Delhi excise policy is concerned.
All right, Piyush Mishra reporting on that from New Delhi. Thank you very much for joining us. So as Piyush is pointing out, of course, this is the latest that we are getting. 2 arrests have been made by the Enforcement Directorate in the cases linked to the Delhi excise policy. Thank you, Piyush. A look now at what else is making news this morning. The former Gujarat Chief Minister and BJP leader Vijay Rupani has announced that he will not be contesting the upcoming assembly elections in Gujarat. The announcement comes ahead of the first list of candidates that's likely to be announced by the BJP. The former Gujarat Deputy Chief Minister Nitin Patel has announced that he too will not be fighting the next month's assembly elections. His statement comes at a time when the Central Parliamentary Board of the BJP convened a meeting to finalize names of candidates for elections in New Delhi under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. Meanwhile, senior BJP leader Bhupendra Singh Chudasama has announced that he won't contest the polls either. During the announcement, he said that he wants workers to get an opportunity and he has fought elections 9 times earlier. The Delhi Congress will release its first list of 125 candidates for the municipal polls in the next 48 hours. A source within the party has told Republic TV, according to the Congress, Delhi's chief Anil Kumar, a meeting to discuss names of probable candidates was convened earlier in the day. The meeting of the BJP Central Election Committee is being held in the national capital on the Gujarat elections. Top BJP leadership is expected to deliberate and decide on candidates for the Gujarat Assembly polls ahead of the CEC meeting. The BJP State President C.R. Patil and Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel held a separate meeting. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah chaired a high-level meeting of Intelligence Bureau officials from across the country in New Delhi and reviewed internal security situation of the country. The meeting held extensive discussions on various issues related to national security, including counter-terrorism, threats from extremism, cyber-security-related issues, border-related aspects, and threats from cross-border elements to the integrity and stability of the country. The former Lok Jan Shakti Party President Chirag Paswan Wednesday declared his support for the BJP-led NDA in the by-election in Purhani Assembly seat of Bihar, which has been necessitated by the disqualification of the RJD MLA Anil Sahani. The ED has moved the Bombay High Court against the special PMLA court order that granted bail to Sanjay Raut. The ED is expected to mention the plea at 4:30 p.m. before Justice Bharti Dangre. The ED raided premises linked to the Telangana minister and TRS leader Gangula Kamalkar as part of a money laundering probe related to alleged granite scam. They said locations linked to the minister and some others in Karimnagar district adjoining towns in state capital Hyderabad were also being searched. Diamond merchant Nirav Modi lost his appeal against extradition on mental health grounds as the High Court in the United Kingdom ruled that his risk of suicide is not so much that it would be either unjust or oppressive to extradite him to India to face charges of fraud and money laundering. News just come and still to come on the other side on the Morning Express. Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah to attend the BJP CEC meeting to finalize candidates for the Gujarat elections. And the ED has issued fresh summons to the Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren in the illegal mining case.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister Gangula Kamalkar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Himachal was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate
Welcome back. You are watching Republic TV. Now, the AIMIM appears to be divided over celebrations for Tipu Jayanti. The district president of the AIMIM, Nasir Ahmed, has said that the Eidgah Maidan is a sacred ground and Tipu Jayanti shouldn't be celebrated there. Meanwhile, local AIMIM leader Vijay Guntral says that they will go ahead with celebrating Tipu Jayanti. The stand of the MIM has left many confounded. Let's in fact listen into what the leaders have said. Okay, first let's go across to Prajwal, who's reporting on this. Prajwal, there appears to be quite a bit of confusion within the AIMIM whether they want to go ahead or not. I can see you're reporting from Hubli right now, but give us a sense of where the matter actually began from and how did it take this turn?
Okay, right now I am here at the Hubali's Eidgah ground. So this has basically been a bone of contention between all the political parties, because if you see above this fence on the other side is the Hubali's Eidgah ground, and permission has not been given on that part. But the place where I am right now standing is where the permission has been given for these organizations to conduct all the Jayantis, may it be Tipu Jayanti, Kanaka Jayanti or the Obawa Jayanti as well. And now we are seeing massive security deployment. Police personnel have been deployed, KSRP platoons have been deployed across all the three gates of the Eidgah to make sure that there will be no sort of untoward incident which will go on and take place. Because from what we understand now, the pro-Hindu organizations have threatened that they will go on and stall these, they will go on and stall these celebrations. We are also seeing the ACP as well as the inspector having a talk over here and discussing about the strategy just in case if groups go on and come here and create a ruckus, how to go on and stop them. So the ACP himself is personally monitoring all the security. We are also seeing the police constables along with the sub-inspectors and various inspectors from across 8 to 10 police stations who have already been deployed over here, and the deployment arrangement is being made since since last night. Once the decision of the Palike came out, the cops have been on their toes and trying to make sure that there is no sort of untoward incident which will happen, and are taking all the necessary precautions so that the celebrations go on peacefully. And more of, if you're looking at the entire incident from a political perspective now, it is quite surprising that the mayor who is from the BJP has gone on to give permission for the celebration of Tipu Jayanti celebrations, and meanwhile the Congress surprisingly has gone on to oppose the celebrations over here, saying that it will cause unrest in this area along with many other opposition parties too. So it has been primarily BJP who have given the permission here, and now this has become a bone of contention ahead of the 2023 elections. And meanwhile, coming to the AIMIM, they have been divided over here into two factions. One with the district president Nazir Ahmad going on to say that the celebration should not be conducted here, and the other with the local leader Mr. Guntral going on to say that it will be conducted here, and he's given a call for all the AIMIM cadres, not only in Hubli but also from across the entire district, to come here in large numbers so that they can celebrate Tipu Jayanti. So more than the entire issue being a tension, it's turned out to be a political blame game, a political warfare, and late night drama also ensured in the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation, and only between 8 to 8:30 the order was passed, and the police have already given permission, but they have also warned that if there is any sort of untoward incident, it will be immediately cancelled and all of them will be sent back, and they will also be taken into custody.
Now, also give us a sense of the number of events, Prajwal, that are lined up here today, because we are given to understand that it's not just Tipu Jayanti, but other events that will also perhaps be celebrated here. So in that sense, obviously there's going to be considerable amount of tension there.
Absolutely. Every time that there is an event which will be celebrated here, there will obviously be tension. And it is also now being understood that apart from Tipu Jayanti, permissions have been given for Kanaka Jayanti as well as Obawa Jayanti, and also other functions from various religions as well. So on this note, we'll quickly take a short break. But on the other side, more updates and news only on Republic. Stay tuned.
आपने अपनी शुगर चेक की क्या? आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
A simple sugar test can save you from diabetes-related complications. This World Diabetes Day, take a pledge to check your sugar and beat diabetes with Beto.
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Deshmukh, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding.
Here's a look at the big international news stories. The Wisconsin Election Commission Administrator Megan Wolf said that the midterm election went very smoothly after polls closed in the state. The Pennsylvania Democrat John Fetterman has defeated Republican Mehmet Oz to flip a highly competitive Senate seat and sustain Democratic hopes of maintaining control of the upper chamber. In his winning campaign, Fetterman told supporters that the campaign has always been about fighting for everyone. You are watching Republic TV. We slip into a very short break. On the other side, lots more coming up, including Himachal poll campaigning reaches a fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party hold mega rallies across the state on the last day of campaigning. And as Himachal enters its final day of campaigning, largest Republic crew on ground for non-stop coverage.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Deshmukh, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site, and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
The news breaks. The controversies.
सारे जो अपशब्द इस्तेमाल किए हैं उसके बारे में क्या?
सर, आप गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, आप जानना चाहती है जनता कि इतने लोगों की मौत हो गई है सर, लेकिन
मनीष जी, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। सर, you want to say something?
The channel for elections. December 8 with Arnab.
The headlines at this hour. Himachal poll campaigning reaches fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party are holding mega rallies across the state today on the last day of campaigning. As Himachal Pradesh enters into the final campaigning day, largest Republic crew on ground for non-stop coverage. Mega ED crackdown in Liquorgate. ED arrests 2 more accused. National Investigation Agency NIA raids across Tamil Nadu. In connection with Coimbatore blast, raids underway at 45 locations. Conman Sukesh writes a 5th letter to Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, alleges threat inside jail by the Aam Aadmi Party. An election set to take place in 2 states. Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah attend BJP CEC meeting to finalize candidates for the Gujarat elections. Hello and welcome. You're watching live and breaking here on Republic, and breaking news coming in now from New Delhi. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, even in the face of big action being taken in Liquorgate, he has filed an affidavit in the top court. That's the news just breaking right now, as big action is being taken by the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI in the Liquorgate scam. Now, prime accused Manish Sisodia, Deputy Chief Minister, has filed an affidavit before the Supreme Court. And joining us now for this is our correspondent Piyush Mishra. Piyush, give us the latest details about the filing of this affidavit, even as there's big action on the other side in the Liquorgate scam. More arrests we hear. Tell us all. So Manish Sisodia has filed an affidavit in the top court. This is a copy of the affidavit. This is the affidavit that he has filed in the Supreme Court. It's the latest detail that's emerging as far latest development in the Liquorgate scam, in which
Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia is one of the prime accused. And to tell us more about this affidavit and its details, we have with us our correspondent Piyush Mishra, who's covering the story. Piyush, it's over to you.
Well, certainly, Rukma, there's a war of words which is now going on between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party. Now, what we are given to understand is that Manish Sisodia has filed affidavit in court where he is now saying that soon after the appointment of VK Saxena, the bureaucrats, the officers have now stopped coming to meetings. Joining me right now is BJP's national spokesperson RP Singh. Let me try to understand from him about this move which has now been initiated by Manish Sisodia. So now, Manish Sisodia is saying that officers have stopped coming in the meetings, nothing is happening, and this is happening soon after the appointment of VK Saxena as Delhi LG. How do you see this?
Well, this is all propaganda. This is all falsehood. There's a proper way of calling officers, and every officer come for their meetings. But if they can't run their government, then they should quit and go away. If you can't tackle with the bureaucracy, then it's your problem. You can't point finger to the LG for that regard. Fact is that every officer work as per the norms. If you want to vitiate the norm and push the officer to do something which is not as per the norm, he'll put his remarks on it and then try to avoid you, or he'll put an official remark on it. But
I'm reading from the pointers which we have accessed, where Manish Sisodia in his affidavit is saying that officials have stopped taking calls of ministers. Officials are either delaying or not at all supplying the files concerning the departments to the ministers. He is also saying that frequent transfers of heads of various departments have left large gaps in policy implementation of the government. He's basically blaming all the officers there and specifically to the Delhi LG. How do you see this? And earlier also we have seen Aam Aadmi Party mounting pressure, mounting attack on Delhi LG. How do you see this, sir?
This is all to divert people's attention from the excise thing which is happening. This scam which they have done in excise. In that also, the officer, the chief secretary, refused to accept their demand. The chief secretary didn't went by them. He raised a red flag then. And it's all to pressurize the officer that you can't raise a red flag once, even if we are wrong. So officer will only abide by what is, or will only follow the norm which is as per the constitution.
So that's the word coming in from Delhi national spokesperson of BJP, RP Singh, where he is now coming out and saying that this is being done only and only to divert the attention of people from the issue of Delhi's excise policy. Remember that today itself, Rukma, 2 fresh arrests have been made by Enforcement Directorate. In fact, ED is probing the money laundering case based on CBI case, and earlier had arrested Samir Mahindru and a few other people. Now a few fresh arrests have been made by Enforcement Directorate. We'll have to wait and watch to how the investigation is further going to take place. But yes, BJP is going to up the ante. We also got a reaction from BJP on Manish Sisodia's affidavit, where BJP is now slamming Manish Sisodia and saying that this is nothing but another diversion tactic of Aam Aadmi Party. Rukma.
Right, Piyush, well, stay on that story. We'll be back with you later in the day for more. So, big development. Manish Sisodia now on an administrative matter, complaining against bureaucrats whom he says ever since LG Vinay Saxena has been appointed as the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, bureaucrats have stopped coming to meetings and in fact coming to other allegations as well. And an affidavit in this regard he's filed in the Supreme Court. Moving on now to election news, as election fever grips 2 states in particular with the stage set for assembly elections. It's the last day of campaigning in Himachal Pradesh. Let's take a look at how parties are going all out to woo their voters as their star campaigners descend on the hill state.
Power-packed rallies, battle lines drawn. It's the last day of campaigning in the hilly state of Himachal Pradesh. After Prime Minister Modi's power-packed rallies yesterday, BJP is leaving no stone unturned to rope in its star campaigners to make an indelible impression upon the voters. Today, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, BJP President JP Nadda and Union Ministers Anurag Thakur and Smriti Irani are all set to sway the masses on the last day of campaigning. And while there has been some last-minute hiccups in the Congress camp, with 26 leaders reportedly jumping ship to the BJP at the 11th hour, the party seems to be unfazed. While Party General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is expected to lead the pack at Sormor and take part in door-to-door campaigning in the state's capital, the Congress is organising Vijay Ashirwad rallies in all 68 assembly segments in Himachal Pradesh on the last day of campaigning. Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party is all set to show who's boss, with the list of 68 candidates being released for tomorrow's election. Going by the exit polls, according to PMark, BJP is expected to win anywhere between 37 to 45 seats, while the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party are expected to settle for 22 to 28 seats and 0 to 1 seats respectively. Other parties and independents are cumulatively expected to win 1 to 4 seats. As Himachal poll campaigning reaches fever pitch,
और उन्होंने हिमाचल का बुरा करने का काम किया। वो कहावत है ना, चल दे घराटा मंज गट्टा पाना। कांग्रेस भी हिमाचल में विकास के घराट की चक्की को रोकना चाहती है, इसलिए वो पुराना राजनीतिक रिवाज बनाए रखना चाहती है।
यहां सबको बीजेपी सरकार बेवकूफ बना सकती है, लेकिन हिमाचल के लोगों को कभी बेवकूफ बना नहीं सकती। अरे यहां तो पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, देश के लिए लड़ने वाले लोग हैं।
All eyes are on election day. Will the BJP retain power? Will the Congress pull the rug under the BJP? Or can Aam Aadmi Party make a dent? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And joining me now is our editor, Political Affairs, Aishwarya Kapoor. And also we have with us our correspondent who's there on the ground in Himachal Pradesh, Amandeep. A very good morning to both of you. It's the last day of campaigning. Coming across to you, Aishwarya, first of all. Give us more deeper insights into how it looks on the ground now. Here in New Delhi, we are looking at, the fact that parties in the fray are leaving no stone unturned, to woo voters. But what's it like on the ground there?
Well, absolutely. Last day of the political campaign. Well, last day of the political campaign for the hilly state of Himachal Pradesh. BJP is putting in their every leader, from Prime Minister to Home Minister to UP Chief Minister to Anurag Thakur, the son of the soil as he's called there. The man has been here for the last 20 days, in and out, and today he is holding 7 rallies. We are going to be with him, shoulder to shoulder, getting all the details. We have the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, coming in within the next few minutes. We are going to get you that exclusive as well. So all of that is happening. BJP understands this time it's not that easy for them. Hilly state has a tendency of changing governance, but the Prime Minister has said that wo purani parampara ab Himachal ki badlenge. That means he's saying that BJP needs to continue. We are right now here at the Circuit House of Shimla. We are going to go on a campaign trail with the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Anurag Thakur, today. But as I said, Prime Minister himself, BJP National President Jagat Prakash Nadda, Home Minister Amit Shah, you name it, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and then so on, so forth. So the complete battery of leaders of the BJP are not even giving a space, even on the last day. Smriti Irani is directly going to Spiti. So they are not leaving out any district of Himachal Pradesh, even on the last day. That's how important it is for the BJP to be victorious yet again in Himachal Pradesh. Because as I said, the tendency of the hilly states has been, but we've seen how they changed it in Uttarakhand. BJP repeated Dhami even despite the Chief Minister losing. So the BJP exactly wants to repeat that in Himachal Pradesh. They want that they should be victorious again. Within the next few minutes, we are going to get you the first exclusive interview of the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Anurag Thakur. And I'm just handing it over back to the studios while we get that interview for you now.
Right, Aishwarya. Well, stay with us. We'll be coming back definitely, and our viewers waiting and watching for that interview. We also have with us Amandeep. Amandeep, you've been there for some time now, and how do you see this particular battle in for the assembly elections for these 68 seats? How do you see this battle panning out?
Well, Rukman, the point is that this time people of Himachal Pradesh have already made their mind to break down the trend of change in government after every 5 years. And this turning point came after the BJP has launched their own manifesto and a separate manifesto for the women. And just because this time BJP is completely concentrating on the women voters and they are claiming that women will be the game changer in the Himachal Pradesh elections. Just because Congress is leveling several allegations against BJP. They are saying they have done corruption, they don't know how to run the economy, they don't know how to manage the finance in Himachal Pradesh. And in fact, the last point and the main agenda of the Congress party is that every time, after every 5 years, the people of Himachal change the government after BJP, after Congress, after BJP. This is how the turns goes on. But this time, the things has been turning turtle just because the people of Himachal Pradesh had turned up to break down this trend, that change of government after every 5 years. And even the BJP leaders are on the ground since last 2 months, and even all the union ministers have visited Himachal Pradesh and in fact intensively campaigning on the ground from Lahaul Spiti to Shimla, from Kangra to Chamba. This is how they are covering the entire Himachal Pradesh in a very extensive manner. Samriti Irani was campaigning in Lahaul Spiti on the last day, and even Nirmala Sitharaman is going to address a press conference in Shimla. Later on she will be also addressing the rallies. CM Jairam Thakur addressing a press conference in the morning, and later he will go to the Rampur and other constituencies, and by the evening he will be settled down in Mandi just because it was the home constituency. JP Nadda would be in Bilaspur. Anurag Thakur is campaigning extensively in the different parts, and even Amit Shah will be in Palampur, and Yogi Adityanath would be in Kangra, Dharamshala and different constituencies. And even this is how the BJP is turning up on the last day, just because today by 5 p.m. the campaign is going to end, and even the BJP has somewhere down the line actually encashed their manifesto that was launched by the BJP with a certain promises, UCC and even 33% reservation for the jobs for women and certain other promises that has been made by the BJP. So this is how. But the Congress is also taking up this issue that OPS is not being restored. They have brought Rajasthan Chief Minister here to hold a press conference regarding the OPS. They are taking the OPS one of the major agenda, but BJP is saying if OPS is possible, old pension scheme is possible to be restored, it is only can be done by the BJP, just because BJP knows how to manage the finance and bringing back old pension scheme to the employees of the Himachal. So this is how the entire campaign and the entire politics in the Himachal Pradesh is turning up. But today is a final day of the campaign. BJP is coming up with the full force. The day will be unfolded with a lot of interesting campaigns and a lot of big faces on the grounds of this Himachal Pradesh, and by the evening this campaign will be ending, and on 12th of November everyone is going to vote, just because the leaders are going to those areas also which were completely disconnected in the Himachal Pradesh, where the roads are very difficult to travel, and in fact they are not leaving any stone unturned. But Congress is repeating their line that every time people of Himachal are in a trend to change the government after every 5 years, and BJP is pressing their full force just because three main leaders are from the Himachal Pradesh. Anurag Thakur going to vote in Samirpur in Hamirpur constituency. Jagat Prakash Nadda, BJP national president, is going to vote in the Bilaspur. They both are basically the natives of Himachal Pradesh. They know inside out of Himachal Pradesh. They know what is the strength of Himachal Pradesh and how they can empower the people in Himachal Pradesh. And even Jairam Thakur would be voting in Mandi just because his constituency is Siraj in Mandi district. So this is how the entire things would be turning up. But very interesting day, Rukma, is going to unfold it today. We are going to follow the campaigns, as our political editor said, the Aishwarya Kapoor, that he will be with Anurag Thakur and certain other leaders, and in fact the political campaign will be completely followed by Republic TV today. No single campaign will be missed on Republic today, just because this is very interesting day. Both the parties has pressed their full force on the last day. Yes, Rukma.
Right, Amandeep, a very interesting day, and well, all parties in the fray. Clearly, no party can take anything for granted as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned. Even, well, when we look at 68 seats in the fray, what about chief ministerial faces? What about the Congress? Is there any face that they have presented as the chief ministerial candidate? And what about the Aam Aadmi Party as well?
Well, Rukma, if we talk about the Aam Aadmi Party, that has completely wiped out from Himachal Pradesh, and even the leadership of the Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal and certain other leaders, they have already surrendered Aam Aadmi Party and Himachal Pradesh state. They are not focusing on it. And if we talk about the CM candidate of Congress party, there is a huge tussle inside the party. Even the Congress party is taking the claim on Sukhwinder Sukhu, who is also contesting the election. But on the other side, late Veer Bhadra's family is also claiming that how come the CM seat go out from the family. Vikramaditya is contesting the election from the Shimla rural. He's a son of Veerbhadra Singh, former chief minister of Congress party. And in fact, the Pratibha Singh, who is a state president of Congress party in Himachal. But they have not cleared the air who would be the face of chief minister. They have not announced it formally. They have not given any kind of indication. So basically, they are adopting the formula that they have given the seats to each leader. There are three CM faces are contesting and staking the claim. Vikramaditya, Sukhwinder Sukhu and Mukesh Agnihotri. These are the three faces, and basically the Congress has told them that whosoever bring maximum number of MLAs, he would be the chief minister from the side of the Congress party. So they are not very much clear. So basically they are putting the difference among the leaders as well. Every single leader of the CM phase are pushing to get more and more MLAs from their own constituencies and areas. Just because when they have distributed the tickets, and even that ticket allotment was done according to the reference of these three leaders, and whosoever will bring maximum seats, that would be considered as a chief minister. This is how the Congress is turning up. Yes, Rukma.
Right, Amandeep. Well, very interesting. Not just the contest, the campaigning as well, and the strategies of different parties. Amandeep, stay on that story. We'll be back with you for more. Meanwhile, it's time now to slip into a very short break. But coming up here on Republic, an exclusive interview with BJP's star campaigner and Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting in Himachal Pradesh with our political affairs editor, Aishwarya Kapoor. Anurag Thakur speaking with Aishwarya Kapoor in a short while from now. Stay tuned to Republic TV.
Have you checked your sugar levels?
Afraid of diabetes and its complications?
होप खत्म हो गई थी. मुझे लगता था यार ये क्या लाइफ है?
Is diabetes a serious epidemic?
200 million people are at the risk of developing diabetes.
So one should always think that what really works for them.
Technology is the only way we can solve this problem for India.
Beto is a one-stop solution for anything diabetes.
Watch India Beats Diabetes with Beto, a World Diabetes Day special this Saturday and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Republic TV.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site, and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Hema Deshmukh, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra Awad and some action could be taken soon as well. Border
इस बात का वादा है कि जैसा हमने एक जगह करके दिखाया है, यह हमारा कोई हाइपोथेटिकल वादा नहीं है, यह हमारा वादा है नरेंद्र मोदी जी के द्वारा किए गए काम को आगे बढ़ाने का। हमने कर दिखाया है, यह कोई झूठी गारंटी नहीं है, यह हमारा वादा है। इसी कड़ी में ये इसी प्रकार के मकान है आपके समक्ष, और एक ये मकान हमारी डिजिटल टीम ने आपके समक्ष रखे हैं। ये वो मकान है, दोनों तरफ ये आप सबके समक्ष, ये वो मकान है। ये उस मकान के बेहतरीन कमरे हैं जिनके अंदर हमारी दिल्ली की जनता को मोदी जी निवास, सम्मानपूर्वक निवास करने के लिए देंगे। इस संदर्भ में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने आदेश जी के नेतृत्व में एक बड़ी योजना बनाई है। इसको फॉर्म भरवाने के लिए सभी लोगों को वहां उसके बारे में पूरी विवरण माननीय प्रदेश अध्यक्ष श्री आदेश गुप्ता जी देंगे। उसके उपरांत मनोज तिवारी जी भी आपसे झूठी गारंटियों के संदर्भ में चर्चा करेंगे। मैं अनुरोध करता हूं आदेश गुप्ता जी से कि वे अपनी बात आप सबके समक्ष रखें।
धन्यवाद आशीष जी। सबको मेरा नमस्कार। आज हमारे पूर्व अध्यक्ष और सांसद श्री मनोज तिवारी जी के साथ और हमारे इलेक्शन कमेटी के, इलेक्शन मैनेजमेंट कमेटी के संयोजक श्री आशीष सूद जी के साथ हम लोग एक भारतीय जनता पार्टी का संकल्प शपथ पत्र के साथ ये हमने जारी किया है। एक तरफ वो सरकार है जो दिल्ली वासियों को, हमारे गरीब झुग्गी वासियों को गंदगी में, गंदे पानी में, बिना सीवर व्यवस्था के अंतर्गत उनको रहने के लिए मजबूर करती है और उनके लिए अपने वादे भी वो पूरा नहीं करते हैं। जब दिल्ली के अंदर लगभग 676 जे क्लस्टर।
And as we were telling you, it's the last day of campaigning in the high decibel Himachal Pradesh elections. Going across as to our team there, Republic has its biggest team on the ground there. Joining us is our political editor, Aishwarya Kapoor. Aishwarya, it's over to you. A short while back, you said that Republic would be having an exclusive interview with Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur. It's over to you.
Well, absolutely. And as I said just a few minutes prior, that we are going to get the first exclusive interview of the Minister of Information and Broadcasting. And here I am, Anurag ji. सुबह शिमला में आप रात को 3 बजे यहाँ पहुंचे, अब फिर दोबारा तैयार हैं। आखिरी दिन है कैंपेन का। बहुत नेता आते हैं, बहुत नेता जाते हैं, लेकिन ये आपका होम स्टेट है, ये आपका राज्य है। लोगों से बाहर बात कीजिए, अरे वो तो मतलब अपना बच्चा है, आपको ऐसे देखते हैं। मैं आपसे पहला सवाल स्ट्रेट, आपको क्या लग रहा है जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि इस बार बदलेंगे, इस बार बदलाव नहीं होगा लेकिन हिमाचल का हिसाब बदलेंगे, यानी बीजेपी इज गोइंग टू रिपीट?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने पिछले 5 वर्षों में जयराम जी के नेतृत्व में शानदार काम यहाँ पे किया। और जो प्रोजेक्ट कांग्रेस ने सारे रुकवा कर रखे थे विकास के कार्य, उनको तीव्र गति से पूरा भी करवाया। और हिमाचल प्रदेश को जितना मोदी जी ने दिया है वो शायद कांग्रेस कई वर्षों में भी नहीं दे पाई। कारण केवल एक है, जनता देखती है कि कांग्रेस बड़े बड़े वायदे करती है फिर भूल जाती है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जो कहा वो करके भी दिखाया और जो नहीं भी कहा वो भी करके दिखाया है।
तो फिर इतनी टफ फाइट कैसे है अनुराग जी? आप है प्रधानमंत्री, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने पूरा जोर झोंक दिया। अगर मैं लास्ट दिन की बात करूं तो भी आपके 1 दर्जन मंत्री, प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री, यूपी के सीएम, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर, आप खुद लगातार आखिरी मिनट तक, जब तक कैंपेनिंग अलाउड है आपकी डोर टू डोर रहेगी, हम आपके साथ रहेंगे, लेकिन फिर भी कांग्रेस टक्कर दे रही है ऐसा बताया जा रहा है।
हम चुनाव गंभीरता से लेते हैं और हर चुनाव इसी तरह से लड़ते हैं, कोई पहली बार नहीं लड़ रहे। और अच्छी बात यह है कि लोकतंत्र में कोई भी राजनीतिक दल, जो आज दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा दल है, वो हर चुनाव को इतनी गंभीरता से लेता है। जहां तक रही हमारे नेताओं की आने की, हमारे पास हैं तो आते हैं। कांग्रेस के तो यात्रा पर निकले हैं, वो तो दोनों
कांग्रेस ने तो अलग कर दिया है। पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है कि चाहे गुजरात हो या फिर हिमाचल की बैठे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं। राहुल गांधी हैज बीन, उन्होंने बस अनाउंस नहीं किया, दे हैव जस्ट नॉट अनाउंस्ड, बट दे हैव कंप्लीटली पुश्ड हिम आउट। दे हैव अंडरस्टूड कि अगर राहुल गांधी नहीं आएगा तो कांग्रेस को फायदा है।
उनको पता है कि टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के साथ राहुल जी यात्रा कर रहे हैं, और वो जो कभी देश का नामो निशान मिटाने की बात करते थे और नारा लगाते थे, भारत के टुकड़े हों 1000, इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह, वो उस यात्रा का हिस्सा हैं। तो लोग भली भांति जानते हैं कि यात्रा का महत्व क्या है या क्या कारण है। जहां तक हिमाचल प्रदेश की बात है, कांग्रेस के भी कई सिटिंग सीएम, कई एक्स सीएम, कई डिप्टी सीएम, बहुत सारे लोग आए। कुल मिलाकर हिमाचल की जनता जानती है कि यहाँ पर अगर किसी ने दिया है तो पहले अटल जी ने, फिर अब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने, और प्रदेश की सरकार ने भी अपनी योजनाएं चलाकर जनता का बहुत लाभ भी पहुंचाया है और केंद्र की योजनाओं को भी समय रहते पूरा किया है। एक इफेक्टिव सरकार पिछले 5 वर्षों में यहाँ देखने को मिली, कोविड के टाइम पर भी देखने को मिली।
लेकिन अनुराग जी, हिमाचल प्रदेश के कई बड़े नेता, आपके धूमल साहब हमने देखा यहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री रहे, आप मतलब हिमाचल प्रदेश से आते हैं, आप कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर हैं, जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी जो बीजेपी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं वो मतलब हिमाचल से आते हैं। तो हिमाचल प्रदेश का एक स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेशन बीजेपी में है, वो चाहे शांता कुमार जी से लेके आज तक। लेकिन इस बार ये कहा जा रहा है क्योंकि मतलब हिली स्टेट है, हिमाचल में हर 5 साल में सरकार बदलती है, तो बीजेपी इस बार ये कह रही है कि इस बार वो होने नहीं देंगे। लेकिन कांग्रेस जो कि लीडरलेस दिख रही है दोबारा, स्वर्गीय वीरभद्र सिंह जी के बाद, आफ्टर द लेट वीरभद्र सिंह जी, देयर इज नो फेस फॉर द कांग्रेस, बट डिस्पाइट दैट दे आर गिविंग यू अ टफ फाइट मिस्टर मिनिस्टर। दे आर गिविंग,
लगता होगा आपको बाहर से देखकर।
आपको नहीं लगता? मैं तो आपसे पूछ रहा हूं।
नहीं, चुनाव है, मैं तो कुछ नहीं कहूंगा,
मैं गलत हूं।
मैं तो ये कह रहा हूं कि हम लोग चुनाव जीत रहे हैं, पहले से ज्यादा सीटें जीत रहे हैं,
पहले से ज्यादा,
और फिर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बना रहे हैं, और जयराम जी के अच्छे काम के कारण और मोदी जी के आशीर्वाद के कारण भारतीय जनता पार्टी फिर आएगी।
क्योंकि जब ये जो मतलब ओपिनियन पोल होते हैं, ओपिनियन पोल में कल जो हमने किया उसमें आपको दिखा रहा है मैक्सिमम 45 सीट्स। जयराम जी से कल हमारी बात हुई, जयराम जी कह रहे हैं इस पर 45 ठीक है, लेकिन मैं कह रहा हूं 50 पार होगा। तो आपको रियली लगता है कि मतलब हिस्ट्री बनाएगी बीजेपी इस बार?
मैं आंकड़ों में नहीं जाता, लेकिन इतना जरूर कहूंगा फिर सरकार बनाएंगे और कमल की फूल खिलाएंगे, और ये जो अच्छा काम प्रदेश में चल रहा है इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे। निरंतरता बहुत आवश्यक है, क्योंकि हमने देखा जैसे ही बीच में ब्रेक लगी, कांग्रेस की सरकार आई, बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट जितने थे सब रुक गए।
एक भी प्रोजेक्ट का नाम बताएंगे?
मैं एम्स 1500 करोड़ रुपए का था, 2014 में मंजूर हुआ, 2018 तक जमीन नहीं मिल पाई। सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी 5 साल तक जमीन नहीं दी कांग्रेस की सरकार ने, 500 करोड़ रुपए का प्रोजेक्ट है। इसी तरह से ही आपका हाइड्रो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, केवल एग्रीमेंट साइन करना था, इट टुक देम मोर देन 5 years, 5 साल से ज्यादा केवल एग्रीमेंट साइन करने में लगा है। तो आप कल्पना कीजिए, कांग्रेस विकास में विश्वास नहीं रखती है और विकास से उनका दूर दूर तक कोई लेना देना नहीं।
तो आपको लगता है कि विकास इज द ओनली इशू? मैं आपको आज पूरे दिन तंग करूंगा, मैं बहुत लंबा आपको नहीं, मैं सिर्फ ये पूछ रहा हूं आपसे, तो बेसिक इशू, क्योंकि हम दिल्ली से आते हैं, कवर करा, लोग आए, पत्रकार आए गए, ये आपका स्टेट है, आप यहाँ सबसे ज्यादा आते हैं जाते हैं। मैं लोगों से भी बात करा तो बोले अरे वो तो मतलब हमारा बच्चा है भाई, वो तो मतलब प्रदेश का बच्चा है। तो बेसिक इशू अनुराग जी, युवाओं के लिए जॉब, यूथ यहाँ का माइग्रेट करता है बाहर, मतलब हिमाचल प्रदेश में कहते हैं कि इतनी मतलब जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज पिछले 4 साल में आपने कहा कि लाए, लेकिन अभी भी युवा यहाँ का बाहर जाता है। तो जो बेसिक इशू है उसको केटर कर पा रही है बीजेपी?
बीजेपी ने ही इंडस्ट्रियल पैकेज यहाँ पे दिया अटल जी ने, 5 लाख से अधिक लोगों को रोजगार मिला। और अब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने मेडिकल डिवाइस और बल्क ड्रग पार्क दिया है, जिससे 20,000 से 30,000 करोड़ रुपए की इन्वेस्टमेंट आएगी और लगभग 40,000 लोगों को रोजगार के अवसर मिल पाएंगे। ये भाजपा ने किया है। कांग्रेस ने तो औद्योगिक पैकेज भी हिमाचल का छीन लिया था, विशेष राज्य का दर्जा छीन लिया था। ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आने के बाद विशेष राज्य का दर्जा भी दिया, अटल टनल का काम भी पूरा करवाया और ये बड़े प्रोजेक्ट हो। 2 मेडिकल कॉलेज थे 70 साल में, मोदी जी ने 4 नए मेडिकल कॉलेज खुलवाए। एम्स, पीजीआई सैटेलाइट सेंटर ये शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में खुलवाए। आईआईटी, आईआईएम, IIIT, NIT, सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी, हाइड्रो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, केंद्रीय विद्यालय, ये सब नरेंद्र मोदी जी की देन है। जो हिमाचल देखता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी आई तब जाके शिक्षा और स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में काम हुआ। सड़कों के क्षेत्र में 4 4 लेन हाईवे पे आपका काम चल रहा है, जो आज तक एक भी नहीं था। रेलवे लाइन भानुपल्ली बिलासपुर से लेकर ऊना से लेकर दौलतपुर चौक वाली रेलवे लाइन बनकर तैयार होगी। ये कैसे हुआ? वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस यहाँ से चली, जो देश की केवल 4थी ट्रेन थी। ये सब तब हुआ जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार है। यहाँ पे बहुत सारे सैनिक है जिन्होंने अपनी सेवाएं दी। 1 रैंक 1 पेंशन भी किसी ने दिया तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार ने दिया। अब आप हर वर्ग को देखोगे तो उसको लगता है मेरा काम भाजपा ने किया है।
आपने पेंशन की बात की, ये मैं आपसे दिन में पूछने वाला था आपकी रैली में, जब आप जनता से बात करें। लेकिन कांग्रेस कहती है भाई पेंशन की जो हम स्कीम लाए हैं उसकी वजह से हम बीजेपी को टक्कर दे पाए।
देखिए, कांग्रेस ने 2003 में भी फॉर्म भरवाए कि हर घर से एक व्यक्ति को सरकारी नौकरी देंगे, नहीं दी। फिर उन्होंने फॉर्म,
कांग्रेस झूठ बोलती,
बिल्कुल, फिर उन्होंने 2012 में भरवाए कि बेरोजगारी भत्ता देंगे, नहीं दिया। यह हिमाचल की बात। पंजाब में, राजस्थान में, छत्तीसगढ़ में उन्होंने कहा कि हम कर्जा माफ करेंगे किसानों का, नहीं किया। तो देश तो जानता है कि कांग्रेस केवल झूठ बोलती है, झूठे वायदे करती है और फिर भ्रष्टाचार करके 5 साल लूट करती है।
और एक और जो थर्ड प्लेयर आया है, इसके बाद मैं आपको कैंपेन ट्रेल में तंग करूंगा, लेकिन जो आम आदमी पार्टी सीट हिमाचल में नहीं दिख रहा, लेकिन वोट शेयर कह रहे हैं 4 से 5% खिंच जाएगा। व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन इट? डू यू रियली फील दे आर अ प्लेयर इन हिमाचल प्रदेश?
देखिए, वो तो उत्तर प्रदेश में भी कहते थे कि हम सरकार बनाएंगे, उत्तराखंड में भी कहते थे सरकार बनाएंगे, खाता नहीं खोल पाए। हिमाचल में उनकी दुकान पहले से बंद हो गई। 4 महीने पहले आम आदमी पार्टी की दुकान बंद हो गई थी और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी का जो चेहरा है और इनकी पूरी पार्टी जो भ्रष्टाचार में डूबी हुई है, वो हिमाचल की जनता बहुत अच्छी तरह जान गई। पंजाब में इन्होंने सरकार बनाई, 2 महीने के अंदर इनका जो स्वास्थ्य मंत्री था वो जेल, उसको इस्तीफा देना पड़ा।
उन्होंने तो कहा कि इसलिए करा दिया भाई क्योंकि वो मतलब हिमाचल में आने वाले थे।
नहीं,
वो तो हर चीज को इलेक्शन से जोड़ देते।
नहीं, आप दिल्ली वाले स्वास्थ्य मंत्री को, इनके दोनों ही भ्रष्टाचार में
दोनों
तो स्वास्थ्य मंत्री इनके दिल्ली वाले स्वतंत्र जैन जी जेल में है। इनके पंजाब वाले स्वास्थ्य मंत्री 2 महीने में भ्रष्टाचार के चलते इस्तीफा दे दिया। पंजाब में 3 महीने में 70 लोगों की हत्याएं हुई। 4 दिन पहले आपने देखा एक हिंदू नेता को 20 पुलिस वालों के बीच में आकर गोली मार दी। अब ये कानून व्यवस्था ऐसी हो गई है पंजाब की और भ्रष्टाचार इतना चरम सीमा पर है और दिल्ली भी वही हाल है। ये केवल एड पार्टी बन के रह गए, अरविंद एड पार्टी, और कुछ नहीं है।
Arvind that party. So on that point, we are going to cover Anurag Thakur, the Minister of Information and Broadcasting and a leader from Himachal Pradesh, all through the day today. आज पूरे दिन अनुराग जी के साथ रहेंगे। अभी हम शिमला में हैं और एंड करेंगे सुजानपुर में आज, and till 5 PM we are going to be with him every moment, shoulder to shoulder. Thank you so much, Anurag.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So that was Anurag Thakur speaking live to us. Back to you in the studios.
All right, Aishwarya Kapoor, our political editor over there, joining us with that special broadcast. He's, of course, trailing Anurag Thakur. He'll be there with him throughout today. And just to give our viewers a sense of what we're expecting in Himachal Pradesh today, today is the last day of campaigning. So we're going to be seeing all the bigwigs from various political parties descend onto the state. We are told that there are rallies being held by the top brass of the BJP, the top brass of the Congress as well. The Aam Aadmi Party, who has physically at least appeared to be distant and not really present in the state, also expecting to send its top leaders there. Pictures on your screen, of course, are of how the Prime Minister has been at Himachal Pradesh time again. He was there yesterday also. He spoke at 2 rallies, which were very well attended. Do remember, of course, that the Prime Minister's personal popularity is something that no political leader can essentially challenge across the country. But apart from that, the Congress has been trying to raise local issues, trying to distance this from the Prime Minister's campaign. So that's something we'll have to watch out for, whether voters really buy that. We've seen from the Congress party that they've picked up local issues, talked about those local issues, trying to distance, the campaign for the state from the central leadership of the BJP. Also, we've got our reporters live with us. I think I'm going to go across in a bit to Amandeep, who's reporting from Shimla. Aishwarya Kapoor, who of course is tracking the senior leadership of the BJP. He was just a while ago with Anurag Thakur, and we will be playing that interview for you as well. Let's quickly, before we play out that interview again, look at the top news stories this morning. Now, the Hubli-Dharwad Municipal Corporation has granted permission to celebrate Tipu Jayanti at the Eidgah Maidan in Hubli today. The decision to grant permission was taken at a meeting that was attended by members and chairperson of the Civic Body's Standing Committee. The AIMIM's factions are divided over Tipu Jayanti celebrations at the ground, while the AIMIM Dharwad District Joint Secretary, who had applied for permission, expressed happiness. The AIMIM District President has voiced dissent over Tipu Jayanti celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan in Hubli. Security has been deployed across all 3 gates at Hubli's Eidgah Maidan. The Congress has opposed Tipu Jayanti celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan, citing law and order problems. NIA raids are underway in at least 40 locations, including Chennai, in the Coimbatore blast case. Properties of suspects and supporters related to the blast are being searched by the NIA. Tightening its nose in Liquor Gate, the ED has arrested 2 accused in the multi-crore scam. According to official Sharath Reddy, the managing director of Aurobindo Pharma and Benoy Babu have been arrested over money laundering charges. Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar has written yet another letter to the LG, of Delhi. In the letter, the Conman has sought a transfer to another jail, citing threat and abuse by senior jail officials. The Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court. In the affidavit, the Delhi government has said that bureaucrats have not been attending meetings, not taking calls, and have been disobeying orders of ministers. The affidavit further says that the problem has worsened with the appointment of the Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena earlier this year. High decibel campaigning in poll-bound Himachal Pradesh is expected today. The BJP's top brass, including Amit Shah, Yogi Adityanath, JP Nadda and the Union Minister Anurag Thakur, will campaign in the state. A follower of the Dera Sacha Sauda, Pradeep Singh, was shot dead in Kotakpura in Punjab in the early hours of today. As per reports, 5 unidentified men opened fire on him as Pradeep was going to open his shop. Pradeep Kumar was an accused in the Bargari sacrilege case. You are watching Republic TV. 2 more arrests are made by the Enforcement Directorate in Liquor Gate. We get you details on the other side. And it's mega NIA raids that are being conducted across Tamil Nadu in connection with the Coimbatore blast case. Raids underway in 45 locations.
आपने अपनी शुगर चेक की क्या? आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
A simple sugar test can save you from diabetes-related complications. This World Diabetes Day, take a pledge to check your sugar and beat diabetes with Beto.
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Himachal, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs.
Well, a Delhi court is, of course, scheduled to hear Jacqueline Fernandez's regular bail plea. Pictures on your screen, in fact, are of Jacqueline Fernandez making her way to the Patiala House Court. Now, do remember that the court is scheduled to hear the regular bail plea of Jacqueline Fernandez in connection with the Enforcement Directorate case that's related to about 2 crore rupees of money laundering involving the Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar and others. Now, earlier, she was granted interim bail in this particular matter by the trial court. And the Enforcement Directorate had, of course, opposed the regular bail plea of Jacqueline Fernandez, saying that she's never cooperated with the investigation and only made the disclosures when she was confronted with the evidence. Now, what we are given to understand is that in its investigations, the ED so far has said that she was very well aware of the links that Sukesh Chandrashekhar had, and also the fact that she was aware of his doing. So in the opposing of Jacqueline Fernandez's bail plea, the ED has mentioned all of this in the court. Now, what we're given to understand is that today the court, the Patiala House Court, of course, is scheduled to hear this bail plea of the Bollywood actor in connection with the Enforcement Directorate's case. Now, the Enforcement Directorate, of course, has said that this is a 200 crore money laundering case in which she's facing charges. The Enforcement Directorate, of course, has questioned her on various occasions, and sources within the Enforcement Directorate have told Republic TV that she did not cooperate at their very behest, and it was only after she was confronted with evidence that the Enforcement Directorate seemed to have that she began cooperating. So that's essentially what the Enforcement Directorate has been saying while opposing her bail plea. However, a lower court had granted her bail in the money laundering case. This was done, of course, by a trial court. And today, what we are expecting is that her bail plea is likely to be opposed once again in the Patiala House Court by the Enforcement Directorate. I'm going to try and go across to our reporters in just a bit to give us more details on this. Now, the additional sessions judge, of course, had earlier issued a notice to the ED on Jacqueline Fernandez's regular bail petition and granted an interim bail to her till the pendency of the regular bail petition. So the interim bail that she was granted, of course, was pending this bail plea that is now being heard in the Patiala House Court. So pictures on your screen, of course, are of Jacqueline Fernandez making her way inside the Patiala House Court. Do remember the ED is investigating charges against her, and the basic and the primary point that the ED in its various investigations has made is the fact that they believe that Jacqueline Fernandez was aware of the antecedents of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, and despite being aware of the charges against him, she continued to accept gifts from him. Now, the ED, has, of course, we are told, furnished a list of gifts that were given to Jacqueline Fernandez. These include very, very expensive cars, other accessories, including designer handbags. What we've also learned so far in this case is that the ED has maintained that Jacqueline Fernandez was very well aware of the large extortion racket that the Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar had been running, not just from inside Tihar jail, but even previously to that. The ED says that she knew of all this, and despite that, she was in regular touch with him. She was accepting gifts, not just for herself, but for her family also. Earlier, we were hearing the fact that Sukesh Chandrashekhar had loaned certain money to her family as well. And of course, the ED has detailed out the number of gifts that she received. Now, the gifts, of course, do include a luxury vehicle, the list from the ED. Now, these are allegations of the Enforcement Directorate, where it says that there were other accessories, including designer handbags and clothes that were given by Sukesh Chandrashekhar to Jacqueline Fernandez on various occasions. News just coming in. We are now learning that 3 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists have been arrested with arms and ammunition and sent to 6 days of police custody. Mohammed Yasin, Farhan Farouk and Farouk Ahmed have been sent to 6 days in custody by a court. These are, according to the police, allegations against them are that they are Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists. Now, pictures on your screen are of the recoveries that have been made from these people. It does appear to be a significant amount of arms and ammunition that were recovered from these 3 men. These are Mohammed Yasin, Farhan Farouk and Farouk Ahmed. They have been sent to 6 days of custody by the police. I'm going to try and go across to Gursimran on this one for more details. Gursimran, good morning. Tell us more in terms of the recoveries that have been made from these 3 suspected Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists. All right, here's what we know so far. 3 terrorists belonging to the Jaish-e-Mohammed were arrested yesterday with arms and ammunition, and the recoveries that have been made appear to be quite large. The police, of course, is investigating, but even as this happens, they've been sent into judicial custody for about 6 days. I think we've got Gursimran back with us now. Gursimran, give us more details of this terror module that the police and the security forces there claim to have busted.
See, yesterday a major terror module has been busted by the Jammu and Kashmir police, and now what we are getting to know that this plot of these 3 Jaish terrorists who were part of this entire terror module, they have been sent to 6 days custody by the court. This is very important, keeping in view the revelations that they have made during the interrogation. The name of the Pakistani terrorist has emerged, that how Shahbaz, the Jaish-based Pakistani commander who was operating this module. And also important thing is that how they were carrying the weapons from Jammu to the Kashmir Valley, and a terrorist who was earlier named in the FIR was arrested along with a grenade. He was also part of this module. So entire module needs to be now disclosed, and the Jammu and Kashmir police along with the intelligence agencies, they are working round the clock. They have been sent to the 6 days custody. That is what we are getting to know. And the senior officials of the Jammu and Kashmir police, including the district chief Chandan Kohli, is himself interrogating these 3 arrested terrorists so that some more credible information can be taken out from them, because they were part of a larger conspiracy that was being hatched from across the border, was being executed by the Jaish terrorists here in Jammu and Kashmir. And the plan was to make the winter hot in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. So that's why the police has requested for a 6 days custody that has now been granted, and
now,
been interrogated.
Now, Gursimran, any idea whether these weapons bear markings from across the border? Because that has been a major concern, Gursimran, with the amount of ammunition and arms that have been dropped from across the border using drones. So, any more information that the police have on the make of these weapons and where they've been supplied from?
These weapons, what we have got the as of now that it was there was a Chinese pistol with a clear marking of the Chinese company Norinco. All apart from that, there were also the weapons that were sent from across the border. What we are getting to know that these weapons that have come from across the border, the bullets have the clear markings of Pakistan Ordnance Factory. The POF markings were clearly there on the bullets that have been recovered from these terrorists. So this was part of a larger...
These terrorists. So this was part of a larger conspiracy. The weapons were sent from across the border. There was a drone dropping that has taken place on the international border in the Jammu region, and from there these weapons were picked and were delivered to these three terrorists. Now the police is working in the forward and the backward linkages, those who provided them with the weapons and also those persons who were coordinating with them. The social media handles were being used. They are trying to reach out to more of those people who were involved in this entire conspiracy, because see, it's not about the recovery of the weapons, but it is about the deep-rooted conspiracy that has been hatched by the Pakistan-based Jaish commander Shahbaz. See, now what is happening that the Pakistan is deploying one commander for one module in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and that is really very worrisome, because as Jammu and Kashmir police bust one module, they activate another module from across the border, and that is really very challenging. We'll be continuing with this ground report right after this short break.
आपने अपनी शुगर चेक की क्या? आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
A simple sugar test can save you from diabetes-related complications. This World Diabetes Day, take a pledge to check your sugar and beat diabetes with Beto.
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Himachal, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site, and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using...
And here's a quick look at what else is making news across the world today. The Wisconsin Election Commission Administrator Megan Wolf said that midterm elections went extremely smoothly after polls closed in the state. Pennsylvania's Democrat John Fetterman has defeated the Republican Mehmet Oz to flip a highly competitive Senate seat and sustain Democratic hopes of maintaining control in the upper chamber. In his winning campaign, Fetterman told his supporters that the campaign was about fighting for everyone. You are with Republic TV and stay on as we bring you election coverage. The Himachal poll campaign reaches a fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the AAP will be holding mega rallies.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Aimim, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs, Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Poll campaigning in Himachal Pradesh reaches a fever pitch as the Congress, the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party are to hold mega rallies across the state. As Himachal Pradesh enters its final day of campaign, largest Republic crew-owned ground for non-stop coverage. Mega crackdown by the Enforcement Directorate in Liquor Gate. 2 more arrests are made. NIA conducts raids across Tamil Nadu in connection with the Coimbatore blast case. Raids underway at 45 locations. Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar writes its 5th letter to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi alleges a threat inside the jail by the Aam Aadmi Party. Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah attend the BJP CEC meeting to finalize candidates for the Gujarat elections. Good morning and thank you very much for staying with us on Republic TV. This is Live and Breaking. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Now, the AIMIM appears to be divided over celebrations for Tipu Jayanti. The district president of the AIMIM, Nasir Ahmed, has said that Eidgah Maidan is a sacred ground and that Tipu Jayanti should not be celebrated here. Meanwhile, the local AIMIM leader, Vijay Guntral, says that they will go ahead with celebrating Tipu Jayanti. The stand of the party has left everyone confused, including pro-Hindu groups, the ruling as well as opposition parties in the HTMC.
First and foremost, now you have stated that Tipu Jayanti will be celebrated here, but your own party is opposing. Why this difference between the party? Is there an infighting within the party?
नहीं सर, इससे पहले हम लोगों ने सब मिल के मीटिंग किए थे. मीटिंग करने के बाद में मेरा लेटर में देने के लिए बोले थे परमिशन के लिए. वो देने के बाद में एक हफ्ते के बाद जो कल परमिशन दिया जा रहा है, वो टाइम में वो लोग आके ऐसा बात करके कुछ डिस्टर्बेंस करने की कोशिश करे. ये नेशनल लेवल का जो न्यूज़ हो रहा है, उनको थोड़ा जेलिस होके वो मेरे खिलाफ कल ऐसा कुछ बात किया सर. उनको रात में बात किया हूँ, वो लोग भी आने का ये कर रहे हैं सर यहाँ पे.
So you are saying that Mr. Nazir Ahmad, who is also the president, will also be joining you in these celebrations of Tipu Jayanti here. Is that right?
Yes. जी सर.
Okay, now what has the party maintained so far? Because he still stated that the party high command, the AIMIM high command, has also said that they have not given permission to conduct Tipu Jayanti. So what's the communication that you have got from your high command?
हमने जो यहाँ पे मीटिंग किए थे, मीटिंग के बाद में स्टेट के जो अध्यक्ष है, सेक्रेटरी है, उनके साथ में बातचीत हुई थी. उन लोगों ने देने के लिए राजी थे, करने के लिए बोले थे. कल पता नहीं वो लोग कौन सा प्रेशर में ऐसा ये बोले, मुझे उसके बारे में पता नहीं है. लेकिन जो स्वतंत्र सेनानी हजरत टीपू सुल्तान जी का जो बर्थ एनिवर्सरी के लिए ईदगाह मैदान में हम लोगों ने जो परमिशन पूछा था, वो परमिशन कल मिला है. AIMIM पार्टी की जीत हुई है.
What time are you going ahead with these Tipu Jayanti celebrations? How many hours have you got permission for?
परमिशन 10 बजे से 12 बजे तक उन्होंने दिया है. अब हमारे पार्टी के 200 लोग यहाँ पे जमा होंगे. सब लोग आने के बाद में यहाँ पे हम लोग जो है टीपू का बर्थ एनिवर्सरी बनाएंगे. यहाँ पे एक इतिहास रचा गया है AIMIM पार्टी से, जो बरसों से नहीं हुआ था. वो काम हम MIM वालों ने कर दिखाया है. ये MIM की बहुत बड़ी जीत है.
And Prajwal, of course, was reporting on this since the very morning. Now, Prajwal, interesting turn of events over there. It does appear that the AIMIM would want to, essentially sideline this as a petty rivalry. But is that the true story, or is there still some amount of confusion within themselves over whether they should go ahead with it at all or no?
Nupur, now there is definitely some sort of confusion because this particular event was supposed to start by 10, because from what we get to understand, they've already gone on to seek permission between 10 to 12. But till now, there is nobody over here. You can clearly see that this is where the Tipu Jayanti celebrations will have to go on. But it is definitely not going on as per schedule. But we're also seeing huge police deployment at the entrance of all the gates, because let me tell you that this particular Eidgah Maidan has 3 gates, and therefore the security has been distributed equally through all the gates.
केंद्रीय मंत्री पैड पे उनका आगमन हो गया है. नाउ ही इज गोइंग टू मूव टुवर्ड्स शिमला ग्रामीण. वहां पे पहली सभा है. अनुराग ठाकुर मूविंग फॉर द फर्स्ट रैली स्पॉट.
All right, so pictures on your screen are of Anurag Thakur, who will now be making his way to the first rally. And I think we've got Aishwarya Kapoor over there. I don't yet know if he can hear us, but pictures that we are seeing, of course, is of him boarding that helicopter with the Union Minister Anurag Thakur. Now, Anurag Thakur, of course, has a very hectic day today. He's going to be addressing various campaign events across the state of Himachal Pradesh. To remember that this is the last day of campaigning for Himachal Pradesh. Aishwarya is there with us. Aishwarya, of course, a very hectic day of campaigning, and you were earlier interviewing Anurag Thakur, who seemed extremely confident of the BJP's chances. All right, viewers will appreciate that obviously this is a hectic campaign event, and even as we try to connect with our executive editor politics, there may be disturbances because he is spending the day with Anurag Thakur. Anurag Thakur, of course, is making his way to various constituencies. He reached there last night, and he has a hectic schedule of campaigning now. Big guns from the BJP are going to the campaign field today. It is the last day of campaigning. The Congress party also has lined up some big leaders to join their campaign. The Aam Aadmi Party, which has largely been seen as absent in these elections, at least in Himachal Pradesh, we are also expecting to see them put in their big guns at least today, because it is the final day of campaigning. I don't think we'll be able to connect with Aishwarya anytime soon right now till he's able to reach the next destination. He's of course following Anurag Thakur throughout his campaign trail. Let's also bring our viewers up to speed with various issues that this election is being fought on now. One of the key issues for voters, as we have conducted our opinion poll yesterday, seems to be of course, unemployment that's still quite high in the state. There are a large number of youths who leave Himachal Pradesh for opportunities elsewhere. We're going to play out that graphic for our viewers in just a bit as well. That we have over various issues. Also, of course, inflation is something that has been a common concern across the world, not just in India. Across the world, countries are battling high inflation. So that obviously is going to be another concern for voters. The BJP, of course, has been saying that a double-engine growth is what they want the people of Himachal Pradesh to vote for. The Prime Minister clearly saying in his various campaign speeches that double-engine growth is something that helps the state of Himachal Pradesh much more. Now, even in that interview, Anurag Thakur seems to point out to the fact that the BJP believes that there are a large number of projects which get stalled if the state government and the central government are different. So that essentially has been the main staying point of the BJP in this campaign. Now, Himachal Pradesh, of course, goes to polls on Saturday. This is being seen as a keenly contested election. Here's more.
Power-packed rallies, battle lines drawn. It's the last day of campaigning in the hilly state of Himachal Pradesh. After Prime Minister Modi's power-packed rallies yesterday, BJP is leaving no stone unturned to rope in its star campaigners to make an indelible impression upon the voters. Today, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, BJP President JP Nadda and Union Ministers Anurag Thakur and Smriti Irani are all set to sway the masses on the last day of campaigning. And while there has been some last-minute hiccups in the Congress camp, with 26 leaders reportedly jumping ship to the BJP at the 11th hour, the party seems to be unfazed. While Party General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is expected to lead the pack at Sormor and take part in door-to-door campaigning in the state's capital, the Congress is organizing Vijay Ashirwad rallies in all 68 assembly segments in Himachal Pradesh on the last day of campaigning. Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi Party is all set to show who's boss, with the list of 68 candidates being released for tomorrow's election. Going by the exit polls, according to PMark, BJP is expected to win anywhere between 37 to 45 seats, while the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party are expected to settle for 22 to 28 seats and 0 to 1 seats respectively. Other parties and independents are cumulatively expected to win 1 to 4 seats. As Himachal poll campaigning reaches fever pitch,
और उन्होंने हिमाचल का बुरा करने का काम किया। वो कहावत है ना, चल दे घराटा मंज गट्टा पाना। कांग्रेस भी हिमाचल में विकास के घराट की चक्की को रोकना चाहती है, इसलिए वो पुराना राजनीतिक रिवाज बनाए रखना चाहती है।
यहाँ सबको बीजेपी सरकार बेवकूफ बना सकती है, लेकिन हिमाचल के लोगों को कभी बेवकूफ बना नहीं सकती। अरे यहाँ तो पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, देश के लिए लड़ने वाले लोग हैं।
All eyes are on election day. Will the BJP retain power? Will the Congress pull the rug under the BJP? Or can Aam Aadmi Party make a dent? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
सरकार तो बदल गई है, 5 साल का कार्यकाल, यानी कि सरकार का मतलब 5 साल। जब इस चुनाव में जाने से पहले हम कुछ बिंदुओं को लेकर के विचार कर रहे थे। मेरे मन में एक विषय आया कि हर बार हम चुनाव के दिनों में, जब हमारा विधानसभा का चुनाव होता है, चुनाव में हम अपनी एक बात कहते हैं कि हम सरकार बनाएंगे, और विपक्ष वाले बोलते हैं कि हम बनाएंगे। इन दो चीजों पर ही चुनाव होता है। हमने कहा इससे हट करके कुछ क्या किया जा सकता है, कुछ कहा जा सकता है। उस दृष्टि से हमने दो चीजों को लेकर के अपनी बात कही कि हिमाचल प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ही सरकार बनेगी। और दूसरी बात, हिमाचल प्रदेश में अब की बात हम रिवाज बदलेंगे, और इस रिवाज का शब्द का जो है वो बहुत इस चुनाव में बहुत, मैं देखता हूं ग्रामीण क्षेत्र में भी हम जाते हैं तो एक बुजुर्ग जो है, जो बहुत ज्यादा राजनीतिक दृष्टि से उतनी जानकारी नहीं रखता है, लेकिन उसके दिमाग में भी ये बात बैठ गई कि रिवाज बदलना है। और रिवाज बदलने से मेरा अभिप्राय ये है कि पिछले लंबे अरसे से आपने देखा होगा कि पूरे देश भर में परिस्थिति इस प्रकार की हुई है कि जहां भी चुनाव हुए हैं भाजपा की सरकारें बन रही हैं अधिकांश राज्यों में। जहां भाजपा की सरकारें नहीं थी वहां भाजपा की सरकारें बनी। जहां भाजपा की सरकारें बनती थी और 5 वर्ष के बाद फिर रिपीट नहीं हो पाती थी, वहां रिपीट हुई। और इस तरह से जैसे हमारे उत्तराखंड, हमारे उत्तर प्रदेश में, वहां पर भी लगभग इसी तरह की परिस्थिति थी कि एक रिवाज बन गया था, हर 5 वर्ष के बाद सरकार बदल जाती है। तो कुल मिलाकर के सारी चीजों को देखने के पश्चात हमने एक शब्द का ये जिक्र किया, रिवाज बदलेंगे। तो जहां पूरे देश में रिवाज बदला है तो हिमाचल प्रदेश में भी अब की बार रिवाज बदलेंगे। इस नारे के साथ हम चुनाव में गए और मुझे इस बात की प्रसन्नता है कि इसका असर हुआ है। हमारा विपक्ष इस नारे के कारण विचलित भी हुई है और इसलिए इस नारे को तोड़ने के लिए, काटने के लिए उन्होंने कई तरह के शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया। मैं उसमें जाना नहीं चाह रहा हूं, क्योंकि वो लोग बारी के हिसाब से अपनी बारी का इंतजार कर रहे हैं और हमने यही बात की कि बारी का रिवाज खत्म हो गया। और जहां तक इस चुनाव में अब की बार आप लोगों ने इस बात को देखा होगा कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी का हमारा शीर्ष नेतृत्व आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आदरणीय गृह मंत्री जी, हमारी पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी, हमारे रक्षा मंत्री और रक्षा मंत्री जी के साथ साथ में हमारे और भी बहुत सारे नेता, जिसमें स्मृति ईरानी, सब लोगों ने चुनाव प्रचार भाग में से हिस्सा लिया। और बतौर मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ, उन्होंने भी चुनाव प्रचार में बहुत सक्रिय और बहुत प्रभावी भूमिका निभाते हुए अपना योगदान दिया है। उसके लिए मैं उनका भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। और आज भी उनकी 4 सभाएं, इस बात को आपने देखा होगा कि जैसे जैसे चुनाव का प्रचार का अभियान आगे बढ़ता गया है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस चुनाव में अपनी लड़ाई को मजबूती के साथ आगे बढ़ाती हुई जीत की तरफ बढ़ती हुई दिख रही है। मैं बहुत ज्यादा उसमें नहीं कहना चाह रहा हूं, लेकिन मैं एक बात जरूर कहना चाह रहा हूं कि आज चुनाव प्रचार का अंतिम दिन है और जो अभी तक जो असेसमेंट, जो आकलन, जो सर्वे के माध्यम से, विभिन्न एजेंसीज के माध्यम से सुनने को और देखने को मिले आप सबको और हम सबको, सभी सर्वे में एक चीज तो तय हुई है कि निश्चित रूप से अब की बार हिमाचल प्रदेश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी आगे है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी सरकार बनाने जा रही है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी रिपीट करने जा रही है। सर्वे एक गलत हो सकता है, दो गलत हो सकता है, सभी गलत होंगे, ऐसा मेरा मानना है कि ऐसा संभव नहीं है। और खासतौर से जिन मुद्दों को लेकर के अब की बार हमने चुनाव में कि अपनी बात कही, जो हमने काम किया हिमाचल प्रदेश में, उन तमाम मुद्दों को हमने आप सबके साथ हमेशा साझा किया है। आप लोगों ने उसको प्रमुखता के साथ कवर भी किया है अलग अलग समय में। लेकिन विशेष तौर से आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के आने के पश्चात जिस प्रकार से हमारी कैंपेन एकदम उठी है, और उसकी वजह कि प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का हिमाचल के साथ एक इमोशनल कनेक्ट है। और जिसको हम कहने पे हम कहें वो व्यवहार में है। चाहे हिमाचल प्रदेश के लिए 5 साल के कार्यकाल में आदरणीय मोदी जी ने जो सौगातें दी हैं, जिसमें लगभग 10,500 करोड़ रुपए के हमारे ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट जो हिमाचल के विकास के लिए उन्होंने दिए हैं विभिन्न योजनाओं के माध्यम से, जहां हिमाचल प्रदेश को एक वक्त था जब स्पेशल कैटेगरी स्टेट से बाहर कर दिया गया था 60-40 के रेशो में।
Well, pictures on your screen, of course, are of the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, who's speaking to the media over there, extremely confident that the Congress, that the Congress's anti-incumbency plan won't work. The BJP very confident that they will be able to reverse what we've seen in Himachal Pradesh for a number of years now, where the BJP and the Congress alternatively hold power. But Jairam Thakur over there extremely confident that the BJP will be able to hold sway in these elections. Confident also of the number of seats that they are hoping to gain in these elections. All right, of course, the big challenges that the BJP faces are quite a bit. One of them, of course, is unemployment. 9.2% is what it's hovering at. Now, there is also the demand for the old pension scheme. Now, that's something that, the BJP will have to battle, because the Congress party has time and again focused on the old pension scheme, saying that once they are voted back to power in Congress, that they will bring it back. We have also spoken to Anurag Thakur, who is on a day-long campaign mission in his home state of Himachal Pradesh. He spoke to our executive editor politics, Aishwarya Kapoor, and here's what he said.
Exclusive interview of the Minister of Information and Broadcasting, and here I am, Anurag ji. सुबह शिमला में आप रात को 3 बजे यहाँ पहुंचे, अब फिर दोबारा तैयार है। आखिरी दिन है कैंपेन का। बहुत नेता आते हैं, बहुत नेता जाते हैं, लेकिन ये आपका होम स्टेट है, ये आपका राज्य है। लोगों से बाहर बात कीजिए, अरे वो तो मतलब अपना बच्चा है, आपको ऐसे देखते हैं। मैं आपसे पहला सवाल स्ट्रेट, आपको क्या लग रहा है? जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि इस बार बदलेंगे, इस बार बदलाव नहीं होगा, लेकिन हिमाचल का हिसाब बदलेंगे, यानी बीजेपी इज गोइंग टू रिपीट।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार ने पिछले 5 वर्षों में जयराम जी के नेतृत्व में शानदार काम यहाँ पे किया, और जो प्रोजेक्ट कांग्रेस ने सारे रुकवा कर रखे थे विकास के कार्य, उनको तीव्र गति से पूरा भी करवाया। और हिमाचल प्रदेश को जितना मोदी जी ने दिया है वो शायद कांग्रेस कई वर्षों में भी नहीं दे पाई। कारण केवल एक है, जनता देखती है कि कांग्रेस बड़े बड़े वायदे करती है फिर भूल जाती है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जो कहा वो करके भी दिखाया, और जो नहीं भी कहा वो भी करके दिखाया है।
तो फिर इतनी टफ फाइट कैसे है अनुराग जी? आप है प्रधानमंत्री, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने पूरा जोर झोंक दिया। अगर मैं लास्ट दिन की बात करूं तो भी आपके 1 दर्जन मंत्री, प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री, यूपी के सीएम, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर, आप खुद लगातार आखिरी मिनट तक, जब तक कैंपेनिंग अलाउड है, आपकी डोर टू डोर रहेगी, हम आपके साथ रहेंगे। लेकिन फिर भी कांग्रेस टक्कर दे रही है, ऐसा बताया जाए।
हम चुनाव गंभीरता से लेते हैं और हर चुनाव इसी तरह से लड़ते हैं, कोई पहली बार नहीं लड़ रहे। और अच्छी बात यह है कि लोकतंत्र में कोई भी राजनीतिक दल जो आज दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा दल है वो हर चुनाव को इतनी गंभीरता से लेता है। जहां तक रही हमारे नेताओं की आने की, हमारे पास हैं तो आते हैं। कांग्रेस के तो यात्रा पर निकले हैं, वो तो दोनों
कांग्रेस ने तो अलग कर दिया है। पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है कि चाहे गुजरात हो या फिर हिमाचल की बैठे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं। राहुल गांधी हैज बीन, उन्होंने बस अनाउंस नहीं किया, देव जस्ट नॉट अनाउंस्ड, बट देव कंप्लीटली पुश्ड हिम आउट। दे हैव अंडरस्टूड कि अगर राहुल गांधी नहीं आएगा तो कांग्रेस को फायदा है।
उनको पता है कि टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के साथ राहुल जी यात्रा कर रहे हैं, और वो जो कभी देश का नामो निशान मिटाने की बात करते थे और नारा लगाते थे, भारत के टुकड़े हों हजार, इंशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह, वो उस यात्रा का हिस्सा हैं। तो लोग भली भांति जानते हैं कि यात्रा का महत्व क्या है या क्या कारण है। जहां तक हिमाचल प्रदेश की बात है, कांग्रेस के भी कई सिटिंग सीएम, कई एक्स सीएम, कई डिप्टी सीएम, बहुत सारे लोग आए। कुल मिलाकर हिमाचल की जनता जानती है कि यहाँ पर अगर किसी ने दिया है तो पहले अटल जी ने, फिर अब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने, और प्रदेश की सरकार ने भी अपनी योजनाएं चलाकर जनता का बहुत लाभ भी पहुंचाया और केंद्र की योजनाओं को भी समय रहते पूरा किया है। एक इफेक्टिव सरकार पिछले 5 वर्षों में यहाँ देखने को मिली, कोविड के टाइम पर भी देखने को मिली।
लेकिन अनुराग जी, हिमाचल प्रदेश के कई बड़े नेता, आपके धूमल साहब हमने देखा यहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री रहे, आप मतलब हिमाचल प्रदेश से आते हैं, आप कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर हैं, जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी जो बीजेपी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं, वो मतलब हिमाचल से आते हैं। तो हिमाचल प्रदेश का एक स्पेशल रिप्रेजेंटेशन बीजेपी में है, वो चाहे शांता कुमार जी से लेके आज तक। लेकिन इस बार ये कहा जा रहा है क्योंकि मतलब हिली स्टेट है, हिमाचल में हर 5 साल में सरकार बदलती है, तो बीजेपी इस बार ये कह रही है कि इस बार वो होने नहीं देंगे। लेकिन कांग्रेस जो कि लीडरलेस दिख रही है दोबारा, स्वर्गीय वीरभद्र सिंह जी के बाद, आफ्टर द लेट वीरभद्र सिंह जी, देयर इज नो फेस फॉर द कांग्रेस, बट डिस्पाइट दैट दे आर गिविंग यू अ टफ फाइट मिस्टर मिनिस्टर। दे आर गिविंग,
लगता होगा आपको बाहर से देखकर।
आपको नहीं लगता? मैं तो आपसे पूछ रहा हूं।
नहीं, चुनाव है, मैं तो कुछ नहीं कहूंगा।
मैं गलत हूं?
मैं तो ये कह रहा हूं कि हम लोग चुनाव जीत रहे हैं, पहले से ज्यादा सीटें जीत रहे हैं, और फिर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बना रहे हैं, और जयराम जी के अच्छे काम के कारण और मोदी जी के आशीर्वाद के कारण भारतीय जनता पार्टी फिर आएगी।
क्योंकि जब ये जो मतलब ओपिनियन पोल होते हैं, ओपिनियन पोल में कल जो हमने किया उसमें आपको दिखा रहा है मैक्सिमम 45 सीट्स। जयराम जी से कल हमारी बात हुई, जयराम जी कह रहे हैं ऐश्वर्या 45 ठीक है, लेकिन मैं कह रहा हूं 50 पार होगा। तो आपको रियली लगता है कि मतलब हिस्ट्री बनाएगी बीजेपी इस बार?
मैं आंकड़ों में नहीं जाता, लेकिन इतना जरूर कहूंगा, फिर सरकार बनाएंगे और कमल की फूल खिलाएंगे, और ये जो अच्छा काम प्रदेश में चल रहा है इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे। निरंतरता बहुत आवश्यक है, क्योंकि हमने देखा जैसे ही बीच में ब्रेक लगी, कांग्रेस की सरकार आई, बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट जितने थे सब रुक गए। 4 साल तक मैं एम्स 1500 करोड़ रुपए का था, 2014 में मंजूर हुआ, 2018 तक जमीन नहीं मिल पाई। सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी 5 साल तक जमीन नहीं दी कांग्रेस की सरकार ने, 500 करोड़ रुपए का प्रोजेक्ट है।
All right, so that is Anurag Thakur over there speaking to Republic TV, very, very confident that they'll be able to make sure that it's a repeat government in Himachal Pradesh. Now, this, of course, will be quite historic if that happens, because Himachal Pradesh, if you go by statistics, has always voted alternatively for the Congress and the BJP. So yesterday, of course, Republic TV did air its opinion poll, and according to the opinion poll, we learned that the BJP perhaps could be getting about 42 to 45 seats. But obviously, these are opinion polls. A lot will be known when the people vote. Now, pictures on your screens are of JP Nadda, who also belongs to Himachal Pradesh. So a lot of the top leaders of the BJP coming from Himachal Pradesh as well. JP Nadda, of course, is making the rounds today. There is going to be door-to-door campaigning later in the day as well. And Republic TV will be broadcasting through the day on the election campaign. And other news that we'll be tracking is the mega crackdown by the Enforcement Directorate in Liquorgate. The ED has arrested 2 more accused.
Have you checked your sugar levels?
Afraid of diabetes and its complications?
होप खत्म हो गई थी. मुझे लगता था यार ये क्या लाइफ है.
Is diabetes a serious epidemic?
200 million people are at the risk of developing diabetes.
So one should always think that what really works for them.
Technology is the only way we can solve this problem for India.
Veto is a one-stop solution for anything diabetes.
Watch India Beats Diabetes with Beto, a World Diabetes Day special this Saturday and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Republic TV.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Himachal was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed. Here are the headlines at 10:30. Himachal poll campaigning reaches fever pitch as Congress, BJP and AAP to hold mega rallies across the state on last day of campaigning. As Himachal Pradesh enters into the final campaign day, largest Republic crew on ground for non-stop coverage. Mega crackdown by ED in Liquorgate. ED arrests 2 more accused. Mega NIA raids across Tamil Nadu in connection with the Coimbatore blast. Raids underway at 45 locations. Conman Sukesh writes 5th letter to the Delhi Lieutenant Governor. Alleges threat inside jail by Aam Aadmi Party. Prime Minister Modi, Amit Shah attends the BJP CEC meeting to finalize candidates for the Gujarat polls. A very good morning. Thanks for staying with us on Republic TV. You're watching Live and Breaking with me, Nivedna Prabhu. Starting off with breaking news that is coming in fact, from Karnataka. Pramod Mutalik, to arrive shortly at the Hubli Eidgah ground. Now, Mutalik to protest at the Eidgah. Now, the Sri Ram Seni chief likely to Gherao celebrations Security has also been tripled ahead of Mutalik's arrival, is what we're understanding so far. In fact, the security has also been cordoned around Hubli's Eidgah Maidan. So that is the latest that we have in terms of the protest to be held at Eidgah Maidan. Remember, this is also happening because of the fact that the AIMIM appears to have also been divided over the celebrations for Tipu Jayanti. We'll cut across to Prajwal, who's been reporting and tracking the story for us since morning. Prajwal, good morning to you. Give us a sense of latest as to what is happening around you. We also understand now that Pramod Mutalik is to be arriving shortly at the Hubli Eidgah ground.
Absolutely, because we are right next to the Eidgah ground as well as we are near the court circle, and you can clearly see that security has been deployed here even 100 meters before the Eidgah ground now, and there is also a bus which is waiting in to pull the Sri Ram Sene cadres if they come in large numbers and if the situation goes out of hand. And this is also creating quite a commotion here because the Sri Ram Sene chief Pramod Mutalik had gone on to warn the authorities, stating that if permission is going to be given, then they will go on and get out the entire rally here. So therefore, huge police deployment is being seen, and in the last 15 minutes they have been waiting because he's expected to arrive any time now. And also there are many other pro-Hindu organizations too which will be joining, is what he has gone on to state, because so far the Sri Rama Sene still maintains the fact that Tipu Sultan massacred Hindus, many Hindus, and he's also against Kannada and also the state of Karnataka. And why celebrate Tipu Jayanti when he's a killer is what the Sri Rama Sene's bone of contention is over here in this particular regard. And apart from that, also across all the three gates across the Eidgah Maidan now, we are seeing more and more number of police personnel who are being deployed. We are also expecting that the commissioner is here at the spot. This is what we get to understand, that the commissioner is also arriving at the spot, Mr. Laburam. So now, in shortly sometime from now, he will be coming here, and there are also barricades which has been pulled in here, and also additional platoons too are being called in, and situation remains a bit tense here as to what might happen here, because he stated that they will not stop until the permission is cancelled, and if they celebrate, we will make sure that we go on to protest. So this is the latest information that is coming in. But all this and much more on the other side of this short break only on Republic. Stay tuned.
All right, Prajwal, talking about this particular episode, now the AIMIM Dharwad District Joint Secretary Vijay M. Gunchal had said that the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation owns the land. It can allow permission to be celebrating the Tipu Jayanti celebrations. But on the other hand, of course, we're expecting Pramod Mutalik to be arriving shortly and gherawing this celebration. It is, of course, a tense situation because also this ground and connection has always been in controversy in terms of getting permission to have several events being celebrated here.
Absolutely, because if you take the history of this particular ground, this particular property, the Hubli Eidgah Maidan ground, has always belonged to the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation for ages together, and there is no contention in this particular property. So therefore, in a ruling which was passed by the Karnataka High Court, they stated that the final decision which will be taken by the corporation will remain final, and there will be no changes to it. And in this particular regard, they had also given permission to go on and celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi too. And now in the latest order which has been passed by the Palike yesterday, it is being understood that not only permission for Tipu Jayanti, but permission is also being given for Kanakadasa Jayanti as well as Vanake Obawa Jayanti and other festivals as well. So the Palike is maintaining an order stating that they are not discriminating between any religions or caste or creed over here, and this is something which is quite important. And even as we are speaking,
उम्मीदवारों के बारे में जो चर्चा हुई, उस सब चीज़ों से और अन्य विषयों पे अवगत करने के लिए मैं आदरणीय भूपेंद्र यादव जी से आग्रह करूंगा।
धन्यवाद अनिल जी। आज के इस पत्रकार वार्ता में मेरे साथ उपस्थित गुजरात के हमारे प्रदेश अध्यक्ष सम्मान्य CR पाटिल जी, पार्टी के हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता, केंद्र सरकार के कैबिनेट मंत्री सम्मान्य मनसुख भाई मांडविया, पार्टी के महामंत्री श्री तरुण चुग जी, हमारे मीडिया के इंचार्ज राज्यसभा सदस्य श्री अनिल बलूनी जी और संजय मयूख जी, मीडिया के मित्रों। भारतीय जनता पार्टी केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति की बैठक माननीय श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी की अध्यक्षता में कल दिनांक 9 नवंबर 2022 को संपन्न हुई। बैठक में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह जी, गृह मंत्री श्री अमित शाह जी एवं केंद्रीय चुनाव समिति के अन्य सदस्य उपस्थित रहे। केंद्रीय समिति ने आगामी गुजरात विधानसभा 2022 में जिन नामों को अपनी स्वीकृति प्रदान की, मैं सूची आपके सामने पढ़ देता हूं और उसके बाद फिर विस्तार से इसके संबंध में और जानकारी भी मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूंगा। पहले सूची पढ़ देता हूं, फिर मैं आपको पूरा बता देता हूं। विधानसभा नंबर 41 घाटलोडिया, श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी। विधानसभा नंबर 1 अबडासा, श्री प्रद्युमन सिंह महीपत सिंह जाडेजा। विधानसभा क्रमांक 2 मांडवी, श्री अनुरुद्ध भाईलाल दवे। विधानसभा क्रमांक 3 भुज, श्री केशवलाल शिवदास भाई पटेल केशु भाई। विधानसभा क्रमांक 4 अंजार, श्री त्रिकम भाई बीजल भाई छांगा। विधानसभा नंबर 5 गांधीधाम अनुसूचित जनजाति, श्रीमती मालती बेन किशोर भाई माहेश्वरी। विधानसभा नंबर 6 रापर, श्री वीरेंद्र सिंह बहादुर सिंह जाडेजा। विधानसभा नंबर 60 दसाड़ा अनुसूचित जाति, श्री पुरुषोत्तम भाई खेंगार भाई परमार। विधानसभा नंबर 61 लीमड़ी, श्री किरीट सिंह जीतूभा राणा। विधानसभा नंबर 62 वढवाण, श्रीमती जिग्नाबेन संजय भाई पांड्या। विधानसभा नंबर 63 चोटीला, श्री श्यामजी भाई भीमजी भाई चौहान। विधानसभा नंबर 64 धांगध्रा, श्री प्रकाश भाई पुरुषोत्तम भाई वरमोरा। विधानसभा नंबर 65 मोरबी, श्री कांतिलाल शिवलाल अमरतिया। विधानसभा नंबर 66 टंकारा, श्री दुर्लभजी भाई हरकजी भाई देथरिया। विधानसभा नंबर 67 वांकानेर, श्री जितेंद्र भाई कांतिलाल सोमानी, जिनको हम जीतू भाई सोमानी भी कहते हैं। विधानसभा नंबर 68 राजकोट ईस्ट राजकोट पूर्व, श्री उदय कुमार प्रताप भाई कांगड़। विधानसभा नंबर 69 राजकोट पश्चिम, डॉक्टर श्रीमती दर्शिता पारस शाह डॉक्टर हैं। विधानसभा नंबर 70 राजकोट दक्षिण, श्री रमेश भाई विरजी भाई टिलारा। विधानसभा नंबर 71 राजकोट ग्रामीण, ये रिजर्व सीट है, अनुसूचित जनजाति, श्रीमती बानूबेन मनोहर भाई बाबरिया। विधानसभा नंबर 72 जसदण, श्री कुंवरजी भाई मोहन भाई बावलिया। विधानसभा नंबर 73 गोंडल, श्रीमती गीताबा जयराज सिंह जाडेजा। विधानसभा नंबर 74 जेतपुर, श्री जयेश भाई विट्ठल भाई रादड़िया। विधानसभा नंबर 76 कालावाड़, रिजर्व सीट है अनुसूचित जनजाति के लिए, श्री मेघजी भाई अमरा भाई चावड़ा। विधानसभा नंबर 77 जामनगर ग्रामीण, श्री राघवजी भाई हंसराज भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 78 जामनगर उत्तर, श्री श्रीमती रीवाबा रविंद्र सिंह जाडेजा, रीवाबा रविंद्र सिंह जाडेजा। विधानसभा नंबर 79 जामनगर दक्षिण श्री दिव्येश रणछोड़ भाई अकबरी। विधानसभा नंबर 80 जामजोधपुर श्री चिमनबाई धर्मशी भाई सापरिया। विधानसभा नंबर 82 द्वारिका श्री पब्बूभा वीरम्भा माणेक। विधानसभा नंबर 83 पोरबंदर श्री बाबू भाई भीमा भाई बोखरिया। विधानसभा नंबर 85 माणावदर श्री जवाहर भाई पेथलजी भाई चावड़ा। विधानसभा नंबर 86 जूनागढ़ श्री संजय भाई कृष्णदास कोरडिया। विधानसभा नंबर 87 विसावदर श्री हर्षद भाई माघवजी भाई रिवड़िया। विधानसभा नंबर 88 केशोद श्री देवा भाई पूंजा भाई मालम। विधानसभा नंबर 89 मांगरोल श्री भगवान जी भाई करगठिया। विधानसभा नंबर 90 सोमनाथ श्री मान सिंह मेरामन भाई परमार। विधानसभा नंबर 91 तलाला श्री भगवान भाई धाना भाई बारड़। विधानसभा नंबर 92 कोडिनार शेड्यूल कास्ट रिजर्व सीट है अनुसूचित जनजाति के लिए, डॉक्टर प्रद्युमन वाजा। विधानसभा नंबर 93 ऊना श्री कालू भाई चाना भाई राठौड़, केसी राठौड़ उनका उपनाम है। विधानसभा नंबर 94 धारी श्री जयसिंह भाई वल्लभ भाई काकड़िया। विधानसभा नंबर 95 अमरेली श्री कौशिक भाई कांति भाई वेकरिया। विधानसभा नंबर 96 लाठी श्री जनक भाई पूना भाई तलाविया। विधानसभा नंबर 97 सावरकुंडला श्री महेश कासवाला। विधानसभा नंबर 98 राजूला श्री हीरा भाई ओवतजी भाई सोलंकी। विधानसभा नंबर 99 महुआ श्री शिवा भाई जयराम भाई गोहिल। विधानसभा नंबर 100 तलाजा श्री गौतम भाई गोपा भाई चौहान। विधानसभा नंबर 101 गरियाधार श्री केशु भाई हिरजी भाई नाकराणी। विधानसभा नंबर 102 पालीताना श्री बीका भाई रवजी भाई बारैया। विधानसभा नंबर 103 भावनगर ग्रामीण श्री पुरुषोत्तम भाई ओवतजी भाई सोलंकी। विधानसभा नंबर 105 भावनगर पश्चिम श्री जितेंद्र सवजी भाई वाघाणी। विधानसभा नंबर 106 गढ़ड़ा रिजर्व सीट फॉर अनुसूचित जाति श्री शंभू प्रसाद जी बलदेवदास टुंडिया। विधानसभा नंबर 107 बोटाद श्री घनश्याम भाई प्रागजी भाई वीराणी। विधानसभा नंबर 148 नांदोद, ये अनुसूचित जनजाति शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लिए रिजर्व है, डॉक्टर दर्शनाबेन देशमुख वसावा। विधानसभा नंबर 150 जम्बूसर श्री देव किशोर दास जी साधु, उनको क्षेत्र में डी के स्वामी के नाम से सब परिचित हैं। 150 जम्बूसर में। 151 वागरा श्री अरुण सिंह अजीत सिंह राणा। 152 झगड़िया, ये अनुसूचित जनजाति शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लिए रिजर्व है, श्री रितेश भाई रमन भाई वसावा। विधानसभा नंबर 153 भरूच श्री रमेश भाई नारायण दास मिस्त्री। विधानसभा नंबर 154 अंकलेश्वर श्री ईश्वर सिंह ठाकुर भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 155 ओलपाड श्री मुकेश भाई जीना भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 156 मांगरोल, ये भी अनुसूचित जनजाति शेड्यूल ट्राइब के लिए रिजर्व है, श्री गणपत भाई वेस्ता भाई वसावा। विधानसभा नंबर 157 मांडवी, ये भी शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट है। श्री कुंवर जी भाई नरसी भाई हलपति। विधानसभा नंबर 158 कामरेज, श्री प्रफुल्ल भाई पानसेरिया। विधानसभा नंबर 159 सूरत पूर्व ईस्ट, श्री अरविंद भाई राणा। विधानसभा नंबर 160 सूरत उत्तर, श्री कांतिबाई हिम्मत भाई बल्लर। विधानसभा नंबर 161 वारछा रोड, श्री किशोर भाई कानाणी, सब कुमार भाई के नाम से भी परिचित हैं। विधानसभा नंबर 162 कारंज, श्री प्रवीण भाई मनजी भाई घोगारी। विधानसभा नंबर 163 लिंबायत, श्रीमती संगीताबेन पाटिल। विधानसभा नंबर 164 उधना, श्री मनु भाई मोहन भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 165 मजूरा, श्री हर्ष रमेश भाई सांघवी। विधानसभा नंबर 166 कातरगाम, श्री विनोद भाई अमरीश भाई मोरडिया। विधानसभा नंबर 167 सूरत पश्चिम, श्री पूर्णेश कुमार ईश्वरलाल मोदी। विधानसभा नंबर 169 बारडोली, रिजर्व सीट है फॉर शेड्यूल कास्ट, श्री ईश्वर भाई रमन भाई परमार। विधानसभा नंबर 170 अगेन महुआ, ये अनुसूचित जनजाति शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट है, श्री मोहन भाई धनजी भाई डोडिया। विधानसभा नंबर 171 व्यारा, ये भी शेड्यूल ट्राइब रिजर्व है, श्री मोहन भाई घेड़ा भाई कोंकणी। विधानसभा नंबर 172 निज्जर, ये भी शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट है, डॉक्टर जयराम भाई चेमा भाई गामित। विधानसभा नंबर 173 डांग, शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट, श्री विजय भाई रमेश भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 174 जलालपुर, श्री रमेश भाई छोटू भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 175 नवसारी, श्री राकेश गुणवंत राय देसाई। विधानसभा नंबर 176 गणदेवी, शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट, श्री नरेश भाई मगन भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 177 वांसदा, शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट, श्री पीयूष कुमार कांतिलाल पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 178 धर्मपुर, शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट, श्री अरविंद भाई छोटू भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 179 वलसाड़, श्री भरत भाई किकू भाई पटेल। विधानसभा नंबर 180 पारडी, श्री कन्नू भाई मोहनलाल देसाई। विधानसभा नंबर 181 कपराड़ा, ये शेड्यूल ट्राइब सीट है, श्री जीतू भाई हरजी भाई चौधरी। विधानसभा नंबर 182 उमरगाम, ये भी शेड्यूल ट्राइब रिजर्व सीट है, श्री रमनलाल नानू भाई पाटकर। ये मैंने अभी आपको फर्स्ट फेज के 84 नेम पढ़े हैं। सेकंड फेज में जो नाम तय हुए हैं उसको भी मैं आपके सामने पढ़ता हूँ। सेकंड फेज में शुरू करते हैं। विधानसभा नंबर 7 वाव सीट का नाम श्री स्वरूप जी ठाकुर। विधानसभा नंबर 8 थराद, श्री शंकर भाई चौधरी। विधानसभा नंबर 9 धानेरा, श्री भगवान जी भाई चौधरी। विधानसभा नंबर 10 दाता, ये शेड्यूल ट्राइब रिजर्व सीट है, श्री लघु भाई चांदा भाई पारगी। विधानसभा नंबर 11 वडगाम, ये भी शेड्यूल कास्ट रिजर्व सीट है, श्री मणि भाई जेठा भाई वाघेला। विधानसभा नंबर 12 पालनपुर, श्री अनिकेत भाई गिरीश भाई ठाकर। विधानसभा नंबर 13 डीसा, श्री प्रवीण गोवर्धन जी माली। विधानसभा नंबर 14 दियोधर, श्री केशव जी शिवाजी चौहान ठाकुर समाज।
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
the streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Himachal, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
Mr. Sisodia now returning the Ghazipur landfill site and he has inspected the entire area. The earthquake hit Nepal. These tremors have also been felt in the state of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh as well. Noida was also shook.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister.
Number 47, Naroda, Dr. Payal Ben Manoj Kumar Kukrani. विधानसभा नंबर 48 ठक्कर बापा नगर श्रीमती कंचन बेन वीनू भाई रादड़िया. विधानसभा नंबर 49 बापू नगर श्री दिनेश सिंह राजेंद्र सिंह कुशवाहा. विधानसभा नंबर 50 अमराईवाड़ी डॉक्टर हसमुख भाई पटेल. विधानसभा नंबर 51 दरियापुर श्री कौशिक भाई जैन. विधानसभा नंबर 52 जमालपुर खाड़िया श्री भूषण भाई भट्ट. विधानसभा नंबर 53 मणिनगर श्री अमूल भाई भट्ट. विधानसभा नंबर 54 दानी लीमड़ा रिजर्व सीट है शेड्यूल कास्ट के लिए श्री नरेश कुमार शंकरलाल व्यास. विधानसभा नंबर 55 साबरमती डॉक्टर हर्षद भाई रणछोड़ भाई पटेल. विधानसभा नंबर 56 आसारवा ये रिजर्व सीट है श्रीमती दर्शना बेन वाघेला. विधानसभा नंबर 57 दसकोई श्री बाबू भाई जमुना दास पटेल. विधानसभा नंबर 58 धोलका श्री किरीट सिंह सरदार सिंह डाबी. विधानसभा नंबर 59 धंधुका श्री कालू भाई डाबी. विधानसभा नंबर 108 खंबात श्री महेश भाई कन्हैयालाल रावल. विधानसभा नंबर 109 बोरसद श्री रमन भाई बीकाबाई सोलंकी. विधानसभा नंबर 110 अंकलाव श्री गुलाब सिंह पडियार. विधानसभा नंबर 111 उमरेट श्री गोविंद भाई रायजी भाई परमार. विधानसभा नंबर 112 आनंद श्री योगेश भाई रवजी भाई पटेल और बापजी के नाम से पॉपुलर हैं. श्री विधानसभा नंबर 114 सोजित्रा श्री विपुल भाई विनू भाई पटेल. विधानसभा नंबर 115 मातर श्री कल्पेश भाई आशा भाई परमार. विधानसभा नंबर 116 नडियाद श्री पंकज भाई विनू भाई देसाई. विधानसभा नंबर 118 महुदा श्री संजय सिंह विजय सिंह महिड़ा. विधानसभा नंबर 119 ठासरा श्री योगेंद्र सिंह राम सिंह परमार. विधानसभा नंबर 120 कपड़वंज श्री राजेश कुमार मगनबाई झाला. विधानसभा नंबर 121 बालासिनोर श्री मानसिंह कोहियाबाई चौहान. विधानसभा नंबर 122
आपने अपनी शुगर चेक की क्या?
आपने शुगर चेक की क्या?
A simple sugar test can save you from diabetes-related complications. This World Diabetes Day, take a pledge to check your sugar and beat diabetes with Beto.
Get your diabetes care program with a free Beto glucometer. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
Job seekers are on the roads demanding their rights, demanding their jobs. However, the police is using all means to stop all these protests, and they are using force at one hand. They are detaining these students. For now, prime aim of the police is to remove these job seekers and protesters from all these locations where they are protesting.
The Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids of a TRS, BC Welfare and Civil Supplies Minister, Gangula Kamalakar.
The streets of Kolkata, job seekers protesting and police detaining the job seekers.
Another incident of Hindu insult by Congress came to light in Chhattisgarh. A mayor from the party, Aimim, was present at a mass conversion event.
The BJP Yuva Morcha protest against Satish Jarkiholi in Bengaluru.
Thane police is sending notice to NCPs, Jitendra and some action could be taken soon as well. Border security forces shoot down Pakistan drone in Firozpur.
Two people have been arrested in connection with the ex-IB officer Kulkarni's murder, seeming like an accident, but before the investigation has revealed that it is a murder.
शेड्यूल कास्ट करिए श्रीमती मनीषा बहन राजीव भाई वकील, विधानसभा नंबर 143 अकोटा, श्री चैतन्य मकरंद भाई देसाई, विधानसभा नंबर 144 रावपुरा, श्री बालकृष्ण खांडेराव शुक्ला, विधानसभा नंबर 146 श्री चैतन्य प्रताप सिंह झाला, विधानसभा नंबर 147 करजन श्री अक्षय कुमार ईश्वर भाई पटेल। आज कुल 182 विधानसभाओं में से 160 विधानसभाओं की घोषणा करी है। इन 160 विधानसभाओं में 13 शेड्यूल कास्ट, 24 शेड्यूल ट्राइब, 14 महिलाएं, सिटिंग 69 और इसमें युवा, पंचायती राज प्रतिनिधि, प्रशासनिक अनुभव रखने वाले, प्रोफेशनल योग्यता रखने वाले जैसे 4 डॉक्टर, 4 PhD और उसके अतिरिक्त विभिन्न प्रशासनिक सेवाएं रखने वाले एक पार्टी ने युवाओं को, महिलाओं को, अनुसूचित जाति, अनुसूचित जनजाति, समाज के आध्यात्मिक विषयों में सभी वर्गों के जुड़े हुए लोगों को इसमें पूरी तरीके से समायोजित किया गया है। पार्टी के हमारे जो वरिष्ठ नेता जिन्होंने पार्टी की सेवा करी है, ऐसे प्रमुख नेताओं ने पार्टी को अध्यक्ष जी को पत्र लिख करके ये सूचित किया है कि वो चुनाव इस बार पार्टी के लिए काम करेंगे, खुद चुनाव नहीं लड़ेंगे। हमारे पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री श्री विजय भाई रूपाणी जी, पूर्व उप मुख्यमंत्री श्री नितिन भाई पटेल जी, पार्टी के वरिष्ठ नेता, गुजरात सरकार में लंबे समय तक मंत्री रहे श्री भूपेन्द्र सिंह चूड़ासमा जी, श्री पार्टी के पूर्व अध्यक्ष और मंत्री भी श्री आरसी फल्दू जी, वरिष्ठ मंत्री श्री प्रदीप सिंह जडेजा जी, श्री सौरभ पटेल जी, श्री कौशिक पटेल जी, वो सब लोग संगठन और चुनाव की दृष्टि से इस पूरे चुनाव अभियान में साथ रहेंगे। उन्होंने खुद ने अपनी तरफ से कहा, पत्र लिख करके कहा कि वो स्वयं चुनाव न लड़कर पार्टी संगठन के लिए कार्य करेंगे। चुनाव की दृष्टि से गुजरात के कुछ महत्वपूर्ण विषयों के लिए भी हमारी पार्टी के अध्यक्ष श्री CR पाटिल जी उपस्थित हैं। मैं उनसे कहूँगा वो भी एक बार विषय गुजराती विषय में रखें। अभी एक मिनट। महिला 14 महिलाओं को इस सूची में, प्रथम सूची में 14 महिलाओं को और 13 शेड्यूल कास्ट में, 24 शेड्यूल ट्राइब में, अभी जो ये सूची आई है मतलब 182 में से जो 160 है उसके अंतर्गत मैं वर्गीकरण बता रहा हूँ। CR पटेल जी आपको संबोधित करें।
All right, so the candidates list that's been announced by the BJP ahead of Gujarat polls, what we're given to understand is that Nitin Patel, Vijay Rupani, Bhupendra Singh Chura and RC Fandu, Pradeep Singh Jadeja will not contest but will work for the party. That's the update coming in. And in fact, what you're also given to understand is that veteran leaders have opted out not to contest but to work for the party. We have Priyanka reporting live from Gujarat. Priyanka, take it away. Give us all those highlights of the candidates list announced by the BJP.
Well, that's right, Samiksha. We have gotten the list of the candidates that have in fact been announced by the BJP that in fact include some of the well-known names that were in fact expected, including that of Hardik Patel and of course several of the turncoats of the Congress party as well that had joined the BJP. Just in the matter of the past 1 to 2 months as well, there were several of the turncoats MLAs that had come to the BJP on the condition that they will be given a ticket to fight this time in the elections as well. So that we have seen happening in this list. And apart from that, of course, we are seeing the names of Bhupendra Patel, as expected, is contesting from Ghatlodia. That is a constituency of his political mentor, to say Anandiben Patel as well. She used to contest from that particular constituency while she was in the state as well, during the time that she was serving as the Chief Minister of the state of Gujarat as well. So apart from that, of course, some of the usual names of the cabinet ministry, including Harsh Sanghvi, has been repeated, and several of the names that were expected to be cut off, that including Vijay Rupani, Nitin Patel, Bhupendra Chudasama, whose seat Dholka in fact is the one where he had won from, but the seat had been challenged in the High Court as well, and then they had gotten a stay in the Supreme Court, and it was expected that he will not be given a ticket once again in that particular constituency of Dholka as well. So those are some of the expected names that have come out in the BJP list that we were seeing that had in fact been at the front runners for campaigning of the BJP on the ground here in the state of Gujarat in their particular constituencies as well. And of course, we are seeing that the main candidates to also look out for will be the constituencies on which we have seen that the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress Party in fact have also they've also sent in some very strong candidates, including that of Gopal Italia, who is contesting from Surat. And of course, we will have to see how the BJP also performs in South Gujarat, in Surat particularly, because that's where the Aam Aadmi Party had been able to get several of the municipality seats, because of which they had seen that they will, in fact, they had stated that they will be performing a lot better in the assembly elections, and that is why they have also sent in Gopal Italia as the contestant in Surat as well, and that's incidentally where Harsh Sanghvi will also be fighting from. Yes, so these are some of the very key constituencies that we need to look out for, but the names as expected, Samiksha, have come out in the first list.
Priyanka, stay with us. We have Abhishek Kapura, Senior Executive Editor, also joining us. Abhishek, how do you read into this? Is the list somewhere on the expected lines, and also the fact that veteran leaders have decided to opt out and to work for the party instead?
Well, Samiksha, so I'm not seeing any surprises in the list, except for that Ravindra Jadeja's wife, Ribaba, is getting a ticket from Jamnagar North. I'm still going through the list, so, I'll decipher it. But essentially what I can see is all those people who have joined the BJP in the last 5 years, sitting Congress MLAs, they have been accommodated. As, for example, Bhagabai Bharat from Talala constituency joined the BJP just 2 days back, and he has also been given the ticket for the same seat. So I think if you look at it, those people in the BJP, for example, in Talala, for example, in Dwarka, for example, in other seats from where these Congress legislators have come in and have been accommodated, there might be an element of disgruntlement. So the problem we saw at a very large scale in Himachal for the BJP, it might pan out over the next few days in Gujarat as well. But by and large, it seems, given the fact that of the 99 MLAs of the BJP who had won 2017, around 20-25% getting axed, and the 16-odd MLAs from the Congress party that have come, almost all, the entire list is not yet out. So from the constituencies which have been announced today, wherever Congress turncoats had come to the BJP, they have been accommodated. So that's one important quick takeaway coming in. If I analyze the list more, there would be more a better understanding of the names. But as of now, it seems that the BJP making it clear that the old guard is gone, making way for the next gen. So, for example, Bhupendra Patel gets Ghat Lodia, the Minister of State for Home Harsh Sanghvi gets Majura in Surat, his home state, his home constituency, and similarly, most of the sitting ministers from the present cabinet, remember the Vijay Rupani cabinet, the entire cabinet was asked to resign and none of them have got the tickets. So I think a purge that happened at that time, getting institutionalized with the seniors coming out, voluntarily saying that they have decided not to contest. So almost like a bloodless coup happening and a clean slate BJP getting into the elections. Of course, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his face, his name, that's going to be BJP's trump card as it happens always in Gujarat.
Yes. Abhishek, very briefly, if you can help us understand what is going to be the poll pitch of the BJP and the other parties. Of course, a three-cornered fight there. For BJP, of course, UCC, but what is going to be the poll plan for the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party?
Well, the overall campaign does not change. The face and name of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as I said, son of the soil, someone from there, someone from, from the people and from amongst the people, the personal connect, everything there. And then, of course, you could say the garnish of the Uniform Civil Code that has come in. Apart from that, of course, the BJP has been in power in Gujarat for the last 29 years now, 28 years, and all the work that has been done. For example, this campaign tagline that was launched by the BJP just 2 days back, we have built Gujarat, hame banavyu che Gujarat, like we have done whatever we have done in the last 3 decades together, people and the BJP. So that separation not there between the people and the party there in Gujarat. Also, the fact that just last Gujarat was declared 100% null compliant state, I think third or fourth state in the country to be doing so, which means tap water in every house. So all those things getting projected, Prime Minister's campaign panning out, BJP has not much worry insofar as opposition is concerned, given the absolute disarray that the Congress party is in, almost like crumbling, and Aam Aadmi Party, of course, some beneficiary in terms of Congress's vote transfer, but that perhaps as of this stage, because this is the first election that the Aam Aadmi Party has taken seriously in Gujarat, would be translated into some vote share, maybe half of the Congress Party, taking half away from the Congress Party. We don't know, it's unquantifiable how much of that vote share would translate into number of seats, but as of now, BJP seemingly very confident and releasing this list. As I said, not many surprises, except for that most of the Congress turncoats, wherever they were in these seats that are announced today, they have been accommodated in the BJP as well.
All right, Abhishek, thank you for sharing your insights with us, and Priyanka also getting us all those details on the first list that's been released by the BJP on its candidates in relation to the Gujarat polls. And in this list, first list, which has 14 females and 14 others belonging to this scheduled caste and 13 others belonging to the scheduled tribes. So that's the latest coming in. Of course, veterans have decided to opt out this time. For now, moving on from poll-bound Gujarat to poll-bound Himachal, where news continues to pour in of the high decibel campaign, which is in full swing. Of course, a mega campaign there by the BJP. It has BJP, of course, has deployed all of its top guns on the final day of the campaigning in poll-bound Himachal Pradesh. And as you can see, the visuals there of Union Minister Anurag Thakur, who is leading BJP's campaign in the state of Himachal Pradesh. We have our executive editor, Ishwara Kapoor, also joining us. Ishwara, take us through all the scenes you're seeing around you. Of course, high decibel campaign there. What is it that is lined up in the next few hours as far as BJP's campaign is concerned in Himachal?
Very tenacious schedule. So we're just going to go and ask more people, talk to more people while this rally is on. आपको क्या लगता है बीजेपी क्यों दोबारा रिपीट होगी? सब कह रहे हैं बीजेपी आएगी, क्यों आएगी आप बताइए?
सर बीजेपी अच्छा काम कर रही है सर।
क्या काम कर रही है बताइए?
सर बहुत अच्छा काम कर रही है।
वहाँ से आशीर्वाद के लेके आए। नहीं, क्योंकि ये सब कहते हैं कि भाई बीजेपी आएगी तो आई एम जस्ट काउंटरिंग एंड आई एम आस्किंग कि क्या कांग्रेस कुछ नहीं कर रही तो फिर कांग्रेस फाइट में कहाँ है? द पीपल हु आर सेइंग दैट कांग्रेस इज इन फाइट, कांग्रेस कहाँ फाइट में है? यहाँ पे कुछ बुजुर्ग बैठे हैं। बाबा मैं आपसे पूछ रही, आपने ये
मेरी बीजेपी
बाबा जी जरा इधर आइए, मैं जरा बाबा से बात करना चाहता हूँ। बाबा बीजेपी क्यों आएगी जरा ये बताओ?
इन्होंने काम किया है और पब्लिक को बचाना है और गरीबों की सहायता दी है।
किया बाबा?
और क्या?
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी कहते हैं कि पहली बार होगा कि बीजेपी रिपीट करेगी।
ये लगातार चलता रहेगा। फौज भी बचाई, देश भी बचाया।
और यहाँ से तो कांग्रेस का विक्रमादित्य खड़ा होता है।
मोदी की सब देन है, मोदी की जो सरकार पैसा दे रही है, राशन दे रही है, पेंशन दे रहे हैं। हाँ हाँ, पेंशन दे रहे हैं,
गरीबों तक पहुँच रहा है वो सब बाबा?
मेरे सब कुछ पहुँच
हर चीज पहुँच रही है, हर चीज।
आपका क्या नाम?
मेरा नाम डिक्लेयर कर दिया मैंने, अभी बोल दिया। 65 साल उम्र है मेरी
जी। बिल्कुल. So you see, people have come here, and you see the people have come here with their all, with a complete, how can I say? ये यहाँ का ट्रेडिशनल स्पीकर है कि जब कोई बड़ा आदमी या कोई खुशी होती है गांव में तो ये बजाया जाता है ढोल ताशे. और आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे लोग, they've just come out, and once again I'm just going to switch over to Anurag Thakur, whose speech is going to begin within the next few minutes. यहाँ पे कुछ यंगस्टर्स खड़े हैं, रावत जी जरा उनसे भी बात करते हैं. यहाँ पे जो लोग खड़े हैं, आपको क्या लगता है कि यहाँ पे इस बार कांग्रेस टक्कर में है कि कांग्रेस टक्कर में भी नहीं?
जी बिल्कुल, यहाँ पे लग रहा है कि भाई जो कंपटीशन है वो एक तरफा हो चुका है पूरा है.
नहीं, आपने एक पार्टी का नाम सुना, आम आदमी पार्टी, वो कह रहे भाई मतलब हिमाचल प्रदेश में भी हम बहुत कुछ करने वाले.
0-0 है सर, बिल्कुल कहीं कंपटीशन में नहीं है सर, आम आदमी पार्टी कहीं भी नहीं है.
क्यों भाई साहब, आपने नाम सुना मतलब आम आदमी पार्टी का?
सुना है, पर हिमाचल में कोई डोमिनेंस नहीं है, 0.
मतलब हिमाचल में
कुछ नहीं है, 0.
मतलब अनुराग ठाकुर के लिए सुनने के लिए आप सब आए हैं. आपने सुना मतलब आम आदमी पार्टी का नाम?
हाँ जी.
आपको लगता है मतलब हिमाचल में बीजेपी इस बार दोबारा आ जाएगी?
बीजेपी आएगी इस बार दोबारा.
तो वो तो मतलब आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता बोलते हैं कि भाई मतलब हिमाचल में तो हम बहुत कुछ करने वाले हैं. भाई साहब
नहीं सर, आम आदमी पार्टी नहीं आएगी, बीजेपी इस बार दोबारा से बनने वाली.
कांग्रेस का क्या हिसाब?
नहीं सर, आम आदमी पार्टी, बीजेपी पार्टी दोबारा से.
बीजेपी 100, क्योंकि ये देखिए ना, बुजुर्गों के लिए बीजेपी ने 80 साल से 60 साल में पेंशन लगाई. अभी वो किसान निधि में चल रहा है, 2000 से 3000 किया उसका. और
आपके लिए नौकरी,
हमारे
युवाओं के लिए नौकरी,
अब
बच्चों के लिए पढ़ाई,
हर एक चीज है, पूरी फैसिलिटी दे रहे हैं. सरकारी स्कूलों की हालत पहले क्या थी, आज देखिए आप.
बेहतर हुई?
बेहतर. हमारे इस छोगी में ये देखो, एक सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल था, उसको पूरा डेवलप करके दोबारा से सारे प्राइवेट स्कूलों से लोगों ने इंग्लिश स्कूल में.
शिमला ग्रामीण में इस बार कमल का फूल खिल रहा है और रोही मेहता जी भारी मत
कि मतलब विक्रमादित्य कांग्रेस के हार जाएंगे.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल हार रहे हैं इस वक्त. और
कांग्रेस तो उनको लेके बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट है चाचा.
जी नहीं, जी नहीं, उन्होंने इन 5 सालों में इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में किया ही कुछ नहीं है. वो अपना एक काम बताए, वो अपना एक काम गिनाए जो उन्होंने इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में किया है.
एक काम नहीं किया
कोई एक.
I'll just request my video journalists to once again go back in the crowds while Anurag Thakur is just going to begin to speak within the next few seconds. But once again, it's just amazing the number of people who've come out. मतलब लोग सुबह ये शिमला ग्रामीण है. Once again, I'm repeating, Anurag Thakur on the dais. We're going to get an exclusive interview once again, speaking to him after that. But जो लोग यहाँ पे सुबह इकट्ठे आए हैं, और मैं एक बार चल के कुछ महिलाओं से भी बात करते हैं और पूछते हैं कि माता जी, देवी जी, आपको क्यों लगता है कि भाई बीजेपी जीतेगी और लोग नहीं? Within the next few minutes, Anurag Thakur is going to begin and speak. मैं चल के बात करते हैं, पूछते हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे लोग सुबह आए हैं. बाबा आए हो यहाँ पे, बीजेपी जीतेगी लगता है?
जीतेगी 100% अच्छे काम किए हुए हैं. हाँ,
मोदी जी कह रहे हैं कि पहली बार होगा कि भाई बीजेपी आएगी. कांग्रेस कह रही है भाई हम नहीं आने देंगे. कांग्रेस कह रही है
नहीं, कोई टक्कर नहीं मिली.
और एक पार्टी आम आदमी पार्टी सुना?
हाँ बिल्कुल सुना. उसका निकल गए, दौड़ गए, चले गए हैं.
अम्मा आपसे पूछूं, बीजेपी जीत जाएगी यहाँ की इस बार, कांग्रेस आएगी?
नहीं, जीत जाएगी.
कुछ काम किया है अम्मा, जिंदगी थोड़ी सुकून में हुई है? नहीं.
हाँ जी, सब कुछ हुआ
है.
हाँ जी.
बच्चों के लिए पढ़ाई?
हाँ जी,
मिलती है?
हाँ जी.
You see, women, I would just request my camera person to just pan the camera across and show. Women have come out with their children, young girls, youth, elderly, people from all walks of life. मतलब महिलाएं बाहर आई हैं, बच्चे बाहर आए हैं, वो बात कर रहे हैं, वो कह रहे हैं भाई जीतेंगे क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे स्कूल में जा रहे हैं. So at the end of the day, it's all about development, विकास की बात हो रही है. वो कहते हैं कि हम अनुराग ठाकुर को सुनने आए हैं, लेकिन पॉलिसी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की है. प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने जो प्रॉमिस किया है, that is going to be delivered by his ministers, and that's why we are here early in the morning to listen to the minister. So within the next few minutes, it's going to be Anurag Thakur speaking from the dais. We are going to get you that exclusive speech first on Republic. Back to you in the studios.
Getting us all those the live coverage from Shimla as it's the last day of campaigning. Remember several the major challenges that lie ahead in the state of Himachal for the BJP. The one, of course, being the anti-incumbency wave, the unemployment rate and the connectivity in the hilly regions, sporadic protest that is being seen by the apple farmers, as well as demand for old pension scheme. My colleague Amandeep also filed a report from Polebound Himachal. Let's